refer to the prophecy of the one who will bring balance to the Force. You believe it's this boy?
He can see things before they happen.
He can help you.
The Force is unusually strong with him.
He was meant to help you.
Anakin! Tell him to take off!
Will I ever see you again?
What does your heart tell you?
Are you sure about this? Trusting our fate to a boy we hardly know?
Anakin Skywalker, meet Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I sense much fear in you.
The boy is dangerous. They all sense it. Why can't you?
Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
What is going on?
Who's asking? Yes, God!
That's it.
Hey everybody!
Hey!
Oh yes, welcome to the live stream, welcome to Janitors Live. My name is Brendan Halloran.
I'm Andy Ho.
What's going on?
What's happening? Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us so much. Today is May the 4th.
May the 4th be with you.
Yes, May the 4th be with all of you here working in the studio. We don't have a name for the studio. It's just a house.
It's just a house we're in.
Yeah. So what we're going to do today is, in honor of May the 4th, in honor of Star Wars, we are going to watch probably the greatest film of all time.
One of the best. One of the greats.
Yeah, one of the greats.
Actually, that's not true. We're going to watch episode 1.
Yeah, so we did a live stream a while ago where when we were raising money for our Kickstarter for Space Janitors, we did a live stream where we watched all the old Star Wars, like the original trilogy.
That's right. We watched them all, and that was what an experience.
What an experience. What a great time.
What an excellent time. We watched the unaltered trilogy, and I mean, if you haven't done that in a while, do yourself a service.
Go back.
Go and do it. It's really great.
Yeah, get rid of all of the CGI. Just go back and watch it the way the film was meant to be watched.
The way it was created by human hands.
By human crafting.
And small models of people who made the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Did they make the Pillsbury Doughboy?
That's one of the great stories about Star Wars. Is
one of the greats.
One of the greats. George Lucas was getting all these people together, and they had only done like special effects for like commercials and stuff.
Right.
They had the guy who made the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Cool.
Yeah. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
And cheers to Lakeport Honey.
Yeah, we're drinking Lakeport Honey. If you want to drink some beer or an alcoholic drink with us, please feel free to do so.
Or a non-alcoholic drink.
Or don't.
That's fine.
Yeah, if you don't want to do that, don't do it either.
We're going to do it.
This is all about feeling the Force flowing through you.
Yes, and having the midichlorians speak to your brain.
No!
That's what we're going to talk about that quite a bit.
Yeah, so we decided that we would go back and watch the first prequel movie that came out in 1999, right?
Yeah. And I noticed there's a lot of talk in the chat here about when they first saw that trailer. You first saw that episode 1 trailer.
As we were playing it, you were remarking to yourself. You were remarking to the room basically that we were like, man, this trailer actually makes the movie look great.
It's still a good trailer. I mean, one thing to say about Lucas, he knows how to throw a trailer together.
I'm sure he didn't even cut that trailer. It's
way
more exciting than
yeah, exactly. It's more than anything he's ever done.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're gonna start the movie at 6:30. So this is a time for us to just to hang out and chat and get everyone assembled, and we're going to start the movie right at 6:30. We got a lot of stuff planned, a lot of stuff going on for the about 3 hours that we're going to be streaming for. We are going to get you out of here in time for Game of Thrones on the East Coast.
Do not worry about that.
Do not worry about that. We will be done by 9. You will not miss anything.
Yeah. We got some people coming in. We got some people from Space Janitors. Ebony, who plays Edith, is going to be here.
Yep.
Pat Thornton, of course, Mike. Chris Siddiqui is going to be here. Who else? One other. Oh, Helen
Johns, all the way from the United Kingdom.
That's right.
She came all the way from England. She's sitting in on the live stream today.
Just for this.
That's what the Phantom Menace
will do. It brings people together. It binds you. It's
nice.
It speaks to you with little cells, midi-chlorians. They tell you what to do.
Yes, with screen compositions that are bland and boring to look at.
Yeah, exactly. With horribly racist caricatures.
Yeah, so a lot of stuff going on. We got a whole team of people working on the show here. We also have our new sidekick.
Let's go to him
Let's go to him right now.
Let's go to Gavin. Gavin, what's up?
Gavin Pounds.
What's going on?
Not too much. I'm going to be your resident whiteboard guy. Wouldn't be much of a live stream without a dude who has solid control over a whiteboard. So
that's right.
So what have you already drawn on this whiteboard? I see 3 of the worst exclamation points I've ever seen in my life.
What have you prepared for us here?
These were not me. But it's May the 4th, and we're excited about it, so we wanted those exclamation marks to reflect the excitement.
And why are they squiggly?
And
have you ever seen a more exciting squiggly exclamation mark?
What is this depressing thing you've drawn at the top here? There's a guy shooting another guy, and the other guy's saying, I'm dead.
Well, I'm going to be entirely honest with you guys. I have not seen this movie, so this was my best...
What?
Yeah.
You have. This is the first time you are ever going to see The Phantom Menace?
True. I'm going to be on the exact same ride as you guys, as the audience.
Well, the audience has seen it before,
so
for sure.
Never mind.
Have you seen any of the prequels? Any of them?
I saw a few when I was young. Not going to remember much.
Really?
Yeah, so you're going to get a fun perspective. That's why they needed me here.
All right, how old are you, Gavin?
22.
22.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this movie would have come out when you were
young.
Yeah. Yeah. So this movie maybe would have had the cultural relevance to you had you seen it. Obviously, you didn't see it because you were like, none of that for me, please. No, thank you.
No, not for me. I'm watching Dora the Explorer.
Yeah, or something, or whatever was popular.
Were you a baby then?
I was. I was a small child, so I wasn't allowed in the theater. No, I was of age. I just.
You were a toddler.
I was doing other things.
You were in your terrible twos.
What were you doing?
Just living, Just living.
Just living life, man.
I was too busy living.
Gavin Pounds is the 22-year-old Scott Yamamura. Of course, if you don't know, this is all in support of our show called Space Janitors, which Star Wars is actually based on.
Star Wars is based on our show.
On our show. They really ripped us off.
Yeah. They had some time traveling things where they viewed it and went back and said, let's do something like that.
Yeah.
Let's set it in that same universe.
Yeah. So we're really excited. The 3rd season of our show is coming out. Davin, can I say when it's coming out?
Yes.
It'll be coming out in August.
So
that's an exclusive.
That's
a worldwide exclusive.
Breaking news for
breaking
you
news
fans today.
Yeah. Space Janitors Season 3 will premiere in August. It'll run every single week.
Yep.
Which is very exciting, and some post-production stuff is starting to come back in on it. So we actually have a couple things to show you today, and that's what we're going to be using this first half hour to tease Season 3 of Space Janitors, which we're all really already super proud of.
Super stoked about that.
Super stoked about what's going on. It was a really great season.
We had a lot of fun shooting.
Really fun to write it this year.
Yep.
Thank you to everyone who supported our Kickstarter that we ran. A couple months ago, we ended up raising $63,000, which is crazy. I mean, it's not tabletop money.
It's not tabletop money.
It's not tabletop money.
But
it's great.
It's amazing.
Yeah. It was more than bums like us deserve.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're going to be doing that. We have a sponsor for this show too, Cakes Co., who have produced a lot of baked goods.
They produced a lot of baked goods.
They produced a lot of baked goods in general, but also for Season 3, Cakes Co. came in and they're featured in like 2 episodes.
We really worked in the product placement this season.
Because you like to write a lot of food-based
Listen, if there's something you need to know about me, is that I like making jokes about food. Sandwiches.
We
got a couple of ham jokes in there.
A lot of ham
this
jokes
season.
coming up, yeah.
That's me.
If it is if it's a food joke, Andy wrote it and was like, this is hilarious.
This is great, and it's going in, and it made it in.
Yeah. They're going to be coming by to deliver us with some baked goods later.
Samantha from Cakes Co. She's going to be in there. You might have seen the video of us on, I don't know, what was it, like Pie Day, where we made a pie inside of a cake, and we used this puppet right here. This guy.
Right there.
Okay, and we're going to talk about, of course, the recent Episode 7 cast announcement.
Isn't it exciting that there is new Star Wars news?
It's exciting, but I think we've all been through the sting of Episodes 1 through 3.
Yeah. Still fresh. Still fresh in the mind.
Fresh, for sure.
Are you over the anger that you experienced?
No.
Really?
I never will be.
I feel like I'm over the anger, but I'm more disappointed now.
I'll say this. I don't like people bashing George Lucas.
Right.
I'm not really into that. We did it a little bit earlier, but like I was mostly joking. Like George Lucas created this amazing film series, which we all know and love. So yeah, he came back and like took a bit of a D on it, but whatever, man. It's your series. You can do that.
Yeah, because really, when you think about the Phantom Menace, on paper, this should work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there are fantastic actors. Liam Neeson is in this. Ewan McGregor is in this. Natalie Portman is in this. Samuel L. Jackson is in this.
I mean, what a cast.
Like, Yoda is in this.
Yoda's in this.
This should work.
They
on
got
paper.
Yoda.
Unfortunately, the part that was on paper, the script, didn't work. So we're going to be going through, but we don't want to. We don't want to dump on this movie because a lot has been. You can find numerous videos that pick apart the series, and they're right.
They're right. They're right. Everything is
100%.
right. Anything you can think of to say about this movie that's negative is right.
Yeah, but we're going to try to go the opposite way this time.
A little bit.
There
will be some dumping.
We're going to try it.
We're going to try.
The key word is we're going to try to be a little bit more positive. We're going to look for the positives.
We're going to do the old Mary Poppins. We're going to accentuate the positive. Hey. That's from Mary Poppins or something.
Is it? I don't remember that song.
Accentuate the positive?
Gavin Pounds, have you ever seen Mary Poppins?
When I was younger.
When you were younger?
When I was much younger.
Yeah, but you saw that one, right?
I did see that one.
We're just going to keep coming back to you and figuring out what movies you have and haven't.
Yeah, okay, we're going to create let's start the list up of movies you've seen.
All right.
And I believe Mary Poppins is not on it.
Mary Poppins is only maybe on it. You don't remember it. If he's seen it but doesn't remember it, does that count?
No, that doesn't count. You basically have not seen it.
Really?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, we also have another. All right, this is crazy.
Oh, you guys.
I have never been more excited for anything than I am for this.
Yeah.
This is so dumb. We have a hotline, and you can call us on Skype and directly talk to us right now.
Yes, live.
Live. We're going to put up the number. We're not going to do it. Oh, we've already put up the number.
Oh,
no. There it is. So you can go on Skype and dial 1 space burns, which is 1-772-232-8767. And it'll come up on this computer right in front of us.
You can also just literally call it from your phone. And it's a toll-free number, 1-772 space burns, whatever.
Right. The number that's on. Call the number that's on your screen.
It's right there. So call it.
we don't know what's going to happen, but we were like, we had the ability to have a hotline. Do us a favor, please don't call just to swear at us. You know what I mean? Like, as fun as that would be amazing. But we're trying to keep things PG around here. I think.
I guess.
If
you love Howard Stern, don't be afraid to tell us.
Yeah, but if you do call to swear at us, we will think it's the funniest thing in the entire world.
So,
but if you want to have a real conversation about Star Wars and about Star Wars Day and May the 4th or the Phantom Menace, you have a question about Phantom Menace that you want our unexpert opinion on, then please, by all means, do that. We're going to be spending the first half hour doing it, and then we'll probably bring it back a little bit later on. We don't know if anyone's going to call.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, right?
Maybe.
Hope and oh, we got one. We
have a call. Somebody's calling.
Should we go to the call?
Yeah,
right?
you gotta go to the call.
We gotta go to the call. Okay. Jeroen. Jeroen, you're on the air with Space Janitors Live.
Yeah, it's actually pronounced Jeroen.
Jeroen.
But Jeroen.
Jeroen.
Where are you calling from?
It's a Dutch name.
Are you calling from Dutch?
The Netherlands. Yes.
The Netherlands? Are you calling from Holland?
No, the Netherlands.
Oh, okay.
The last 2 provinces of the Netherlands.
I see.
We're going to learn so much about geography.
Here's a question for you. Do you have dipping sauce where you are?
No, I do not have dipping sauce.
For pizza?
For pizza. Like, if you were to order... We did this a lot last time, and we were... No, you don't.
No.
When you order pizza here, you cannot get dipping sauce normally. Unless it's like a pizza and kebab place, which also sells things where you would normally have dipping sauce with.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Do you feel like you're getting a little left out?
Kind of.
Yeah, you. Let me tell you something. You are being left out because we got another call coming in. But dipping sauce is great. It really revolutionized pizza here in Canada, I feel like.
Yeah. What are your memories of this movie that we're about to watch, The Phantom Menace?
Well, I watched it back in 1999 when I was 13 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And back then, I think it was the first Star Wars movie I actually saw. So for me, it was just all amazing fights and funny characters.
Really? This was the first one you saw, and you were just like, that movie's the best.
So, now, what's your current opinion on it, though?
My current opinion on it is that the characters are actually not that interesting.
Jeroen, my man, you got it.
You got it.
You nailed it on the head.
You nailed it on the head, man. Because you have seen, obviously, the original trilogy since then.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's far superior, right?
Oh yeah, completely.
Oh yeah. Confirmation. That even if this is the first Star Wars movie that you've ever seen, when you go see the other Star Wars movies, you're like, man, that was a piece of crap.
Jeroen, thanks so much for calling, man. We really appreciate it. We're gonna go to someone else now, but hopefully you enjoy the rest of the stream.
And petition for dipping sauce.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Oh, of course.
No problem.
Thanks for calling in. I can't believe somebody called in.
Well,
we've been getting a couple calls. We had to turn down
we had to turn down a few calls there.
So we had to talk to our boy Yorin.
So there's a 30-second delay from what you guys are seeing now to what's actually happening here. So don't be super discouraged if you call I'm already on the line or something. Like, just call back later.
Yeah, call back later. This seems like a good idea already. We'll be coming back to this.
I loved it. First of all, Jeroen, great guy. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
I see some world maps coming up here. We're going to try and display some things back here for you guys as well.
Yeah. Some dipping sauce maps. We're still into it.
Yeah, we're still into the whole dipping sauce thing. We want to know.
When you order a pizza, where you live, do you get a dipping sauce with it? Just as something to dip the crust or the whole pizza in?
We got another call.
Jesse's coming in.
Whoa. A million calls. I don't know if this is the best way to do this. Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Jesse. How are you?
Awesome.
Jesse, okay, Jesse, what's happening? Thanks for calling in.
Thanks for being our second caller ever.
Thanks for having me. I'm actually from Toronto, and I know one of the guys who worked on Space Janitors. So.
Who do you know? Do you know Gavin Pounds? He hasn't seen any movies.
Gavin Pounds doesn't know anything at all about movies.
But now I know that Gavin Pounds doesn't know anything.
Hi, Jesse. I know something.
Most Star Wars, Mary Poppins, maybe Gremlins.
Maybe.
So Jesse, what do you think about Episode 1? Where do you fall on this?
Well, like the previous caller, it was actually the first Star Wars I ever saw. So when I was a kid, I was like, it's an okay movie, like it's decent. And I actually haven't seen it since then, so for the last 14 years.
Oh, wow. So
I'm afraid to say anything in case people yell at me. But I think
the internet doesn't do that. The internet is so supportive.
It's a good thing to watch with your kids. And then educate them on the other movies.
And also speak to them about how, like, Senates work and what a trade blockade is.
Yeah.
And all that kind of stuff, right?
Intergalactic politics.
Educational.
What's that?
It's educational.
It's educational, it is.
But this is May the 4th. What is your favorite Star Wars movie?
Oh, New Hope, probably. Because I got to watch New Hope in cinema studies class, so we did whole screening on like a big screen, and then we also did discussion and criticism after, so that was really cool.
You have the coolest professor probably of all time, who's just like, you know what, let's watch Star Wars.
Yeah.
He was pretty cool. That was for American popular cinema, so it's a cool class.
What a slam dunk of a class, huh?
Yeah.
American popular cinema,
It's
just like the biggest blockbusters.
When I was in university, I took a class called Popular Music, and it was just, you just listen to music, and like the questions were like, who sang Stairway to Heaven? It's like, all right. I'll take that as a class, man.
Yeah,
no problem.
What a sleeper. What a snooze of a class.
What a snooze of a class.
Yeah.
Our exams were a bit harder, but that's okay.
Jesse, thanks so much for calling in.
Thanks for having me.
No
Good luck
problem.
with Season 3.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Thank you. God, the phone lines are blowing up right now.
Phone lines are blowing up right now.
We do want to get, what time are we at here?
10 minutes.
We're at 10 minutes, so we have to start the movie. We actually want to show you some stuff from Season 3. We will open up the phone lines very soon into the movie, once we get bored, which will be almost instantly. But we do want to get into, we want to show you some stuff from Season 3 of our show.
We want to show you. We want to get you hyped about that, and we want to get hyped about that.
We want to get hyped about that. Davin, what is the first thing that we're going to be showing? We're going to be showing a couple screenshots, and then we actually have like a shot, one of like the early...
like a moving picture.
Like a moving picture, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the first shot. Let's see what we got going on here. This is me. In Season 3, scarves are in play.
Scarves are in play in a big way. We really wanted to make it known that scarves are in this universe, and people are wearing them.
People are wearing them. People get cold. People have sensations in their skin that they need to address. Also, you'll see, first of all, there's a green screen in the background that will obviously be fixed. I hope so. Before we go.
We should only hope so.
But the other thing is that, snow. Snow is a factor in this,
factor
too.
here.
This is a group shot. Actually, you can see one of the things prepared from Cake's Cove, and if you look closely on that, you see a picture of Ellen 6-K.
Ellen 6-K, that's right.
Making a return. Why do we have a cake for her? We will have to wait. That is actually episode 3.
Why is Dennis wearing a cape there? What's happening?
Why is everyone wearing vests?
Vests
are a thing.
Okay.
Okay, this is another thing. Sashes.
Sashes.
Sashes are also in play.
In the
this
background
season.
there, Brendan's got a nice sash on.
Yeah.
And furs. Furs are heavy in this.
Furs are heavy in this.
Furs.
This might be a sort of princess type character, we think.
Could
maybe.
be.
Could
be.
Could be. That's from episode 6.
6, yeah.
Yeah, that is from episode 6. And yes, we can confirm that Tess...
She's back.
Tess Deckenstein, who plays Ellen 6-K, is back. And she's also wearing a vest. Vests are going to factor in very heavily.
Vests are literally the biggest thing in this season.
Yeah, they were like, do we have any more money for costumes? And they were like, no, but we can give you vests.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we were like, great. And then...
next one here.
Ooh, this is kind of a... Oh, man, this is kind of a spoiler photo. This is a little bit more of a spoiler than I thought we were going to get. This is obviously Dennis. He's either sleeping or something has happened to him. Edith is over top of him, either lulling him to sleep or dealing with something else.
Yeah, the facial hair. Someone just noticed Scott's facial hair here.
Yeah, he decided to grow it in.
And
He made the character choice to that Dennis was going to have a very patchy beard.
It is to be noticed. You'll see it pop up a lot, and you'll be like, what is wrong with this guy? Is he not a man? Can he not grow facial hair? And you're right to ask all those questions.
100%. And then we actually have, we're going to go to, this is one of the first, animatics from episode 1.
Episode 1, yeah.
That we're going to go see. It's very, very quick tease of what's going on here. We're going to this.
Here it is.
Is there any audio on this? No.
No.
You don't get to know what we're saying, but that's fine.
But look at that. Uh-oh.
As we said, snow is a factor this season.
Guys, what does that look like? Where are they?
Where are they? What's going on? What's happening? Those ships looked awesome.
They look pretty cool, man. I gotta say, props to our man Davin on that and the whole special effects team.
Yeah, the special effects team has grown this year, hasn't it, Davin? Yeah, it has. So there's more people working on that, which is great. We're super pumped about that kind of stuff. That was a quick tease. Very quick tease.
That's a very quick tease. That is the definition of a tease.
Tease, yeah. You don't know
teaser
what's going on.
is pretty long. You can kind of see some things in it. That was like, oh, what was that?
We basically just wanted to show you that season 3 exists.
Yeah.
It was written. It was shot. It's being edited. It is coming out. It'll be coming out later in the summer, and we can't wait. I wish we could show you the rough cut of episode 1 right now, but we can't.
We can't. I've seen it. It's good.
I've seen it.
5 minutes.
We're going to the movie in 5 minutes. Do we have anything else that we have to get to here before?
What about the Geek and Sundry bloggers?
Yes, let's do that right now. So we're going to be talking about stories of people lining up to see this movie because for a lot of us, we weren't able to line up for the first Star Wars movie because we are not old enough to have lined up for it.
I was not born.
I was born when the third one came out or something.
But the prequels were a very big deal for us. We were the guys who were reading like Star Wars Insider magazine and like getting the THX versions, and then finally in our lifetime we were getting new Star Wars movies.
That's really all where you could get information from. You had to wait for a magazine to show up on a newsstand to figure out what was going on with the movie.
About basically a dead series, like 83 was the last movie, and like what else was happening with it?
Yeah, and then
occasional video game,
just cool shots of Darth Maul too, and you're like, who is this? This movie's gonna be the best.
So that's the level of hype we were at, and
some of the Geek and Sundry bloggers have sent in videos of their experiences hanging out in line. We're gonna go to Akeem's first.
What's up, guys? Akeem here, and I want to tell you guys a little bit about my experience seeing Phantom Menace for the first time. I remember going up there to see the Phantom Menace for the first time, and honestly, I didn't know what to expect. But I knew about Jar Jar Binks, and I knew he was a thing, and I knew I would like him because I'm a big fan of Goofy. And I also thought it would be interesting to see what Darth Vader was like as a child. So honestly, my experience seeing The Phantom Menace for the first time when I was a little kid was one to marvel at, I guess. I don't know. I was really looking forward to the movie, and quite honestly, I know a lot of people kind of downplay the movie and they don't like it, but growing up, in my time, this was one of the movies that I watched for the first time as a kid. I actually, honestly enjoyed it. It was my introduction to the Star Wars franchise. And I think that says a lot about the longevity of the franchise, that it can actually transcend generations.
That was Hakeem. Enjoyed.
Yeah, he liked it, and like so did I.
Yeah.
Like when I first saw it, I remember coming out stoked about that movie.
Yeah, we were like, that was, but it was like a reassuring stoked, right?
Yeah.
It was like that was good, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Right?
he mentioned Jar Jar
No.
in there.
Like, the lightsabers were awesome.
No, it was
man.
fun, right? He mentioned Jar Jar, which we're going to talk about later, of course. But for now, let's actually go to our second blogger, Mitch. Mitch recorded one as well. Mitch, take it away.
I've been a fan of Star Wars my entire life. In fact, I don't even remember the first time I saw the original trilogy. It was that far back. So needless to say, I was extremely excited when Episode 1 was coming out. I was in 4th grade. I remember my dad took a friend and I to the theater. Probably saw it about 3 times in theaters. And it just blew my little 4th grade mind. I loved the effects, and everything was awesome. I did notice something was off and that it was different from the original trilogy, but back then I didn't care. I wouldn't change the experience for the world. However, I do have one confession that I'm a bit ashamed of. I liked Jar Jar Binks. Give me a break, I was in 4th grade. I didn't know any better.
Big thanks to Mitch too for sharing his experience with this movie.
Yeah, and it's an experience we all shared, and like you were saying, like we came out of this movie. I remember it being like, that was good. Like everyone was like not really sure if it was, but we wanted it to be so bad.
Yeah, this was a movie you tried so hard to love. Like I bought it on DVD, and then I went to go. I was going to rewatch it today before we started doing this live stream, and I was like, oh right, I like threw it out.
And I only ever owned it.
Or like in a move, I was like, I don't need this anymore. I'll never watch it. Screw this, and it was just like it was off into the ether somewhere.
I only ever owned it on VHS. So
sign of the times.
Sign of the times, man.
Yeah.
I can't watch my version of it.
Yeah, I stuck around long enough to get it on DVD. I also owned Attack of the Clones on DVD too.
Really?
But I stopped short on Revenge of the Sith.
2 minutes.
2 minutes away. My mom gave me Attack of the Clones on VHS for my birthday or Christmas, and I was just like, thanks, Mom.
Thanks.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks
You know I like Star Wars.
I think I asked for it for Christmas though. I was trying so hard. I was really.
Anyways, we're going to accentuate the
Hey,
positive.
we're accentuating the positive.
Accentuating the positive.
Before we start the movie, we're probably about a minute away from starting the movie. Let's go back over to Gavin. Gavin, what movies also haven't you seen? Most Star Wars, Mary Poppins, Gremlins.
Yeah, this is because I hear people talking about Gremlins. Have you guys seen it?
Yes.
Of course. Is it good? Should I watch it? Should we start a list of things that I should watch?
It's one of the greatest Christmas movies ever created.
Oh, I didn't know it was a Christmas movie.
Yeah, it's right up
Also,
there.
I have a little thing here. I don't know if you can see this. This is people that are lined up for the movie. This is Akeem and Mitch, who evidently went to the same theater that was a cave.
Right, and who's that ghost over there?
This is the cave that they're going in to see.
They're going in.
It was supposed to be a movie entrance, but my drawing is definitely subpar.
Oh, sorry, I thought that was a ghost in a black sheet.
We could do that.
And then it seems like you started listing countries, and then
I ran out.
Canada.
No,
No way to indicate what that means.
These are going to be the Skype calls from where we're coming. So we got Netherlands, we got Canada. It wasn't just a list of random countries. Although we could do that too.
That sounds great. So we are going to put the number back up like probably 10 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
Because we're very excited about the fact that people are calling us.
Yes, we're very, very, very excited. We're ready to start the movie in a couple seconds.
Yeah. Are we going to start? Are we going to count down from 5 or something?
Do an out loud countdown and then press play.
Okay, we'll do an outro.
Get ready to sync.
All right, get ready to sync your movie. If you have a copy of it, get ready.
If you're inexplicably wanting to watch this with us, no problem. Here we go. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin.
Play. Looks like Star Wars already.
Yeah,
This is like Star Wars.
I'm sitting in the theater.
Yeah.
I can't believe this is happening. Here we go. Okay, I don't like this new Lucasfilm logo, but
you gotta update your logo.
You gotta update your
do
logo.
it.
You gotta stay current.
Absolutely.
You gotta stay current. Look at that.
And just like at this time, you're just like, oh my god, I can't believe it's happening. It's happening.
Oh, I can't.
There's a new Star Wars. Oh my god, it looks like Star Wars. It looks like Star Wars.
You loud? I gotta say this about the crawl. It's so confusing.
Yeah.
I remember sitting there reading the crawl and being like,
it looks
oh,
like Star
man,
Wars, and then you're like,
man,
and then
we're
you're
talking
like,
about
Phantom
Death
Menace.
Stars
Okay,
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah, that's gonna be something. The Phantom is gonna be cool.
The taxation of trade routes to outlying star systems is in dispute.
Yeah.
It's like,
Turmoil has engulfed the Galactic Republic, hoping to resolve the matter with a blockade of deadly battleships.
Okay, deadly battleships.
Okay, the greedy Trade Federation has stopped all shipping to the small planet of Naboo.
So we are in a importing-exporting dispute.
I'm an importer-exporter. While the Congress of the Republic endlessly debates this alarming chain of events, the Supreme Chancellor has secretly dispatched 2 Jedi Knights. Here we go.
Very good.
Sick, right?
Words I like.
The Guardians of Peace and Justice in the Galaxy to settle the conflict. Ooh, this is a conflict.
Okay, so there's
But
something
not like a
going
physical
on.
conflict, or
There's something going on. 2 Jedis are dispatched. That's all I need to know.
That's a positive. Would you say that's a positive?
You know what? It's a positive that they started off the movies with the Jedi.
Yeah. So Gavin, we will put it up on the board.
That on the board.
That 2 Jedis. That's a
Jedi
positive.
beginnings.
You need to learn how to write on the board like a teacher.
You know how hard this? I'm right-handed.
I know, it's very
a
difficult.
left-handed person.
Yeah. Okay, so... Oh, I gotta say this, too. I was also a little disappointed they didn't start this movie out with a shot of a Star Destroyer.
Or
Even like a
something,
different
or something
version.
going up over top, because that's classic, right?
It doesn't need to be exactly like every other movie, but I just thought it would be a nice tradition to carry on.
Yeah, but instead we have a weird CGI ship.
We have our first racist character.
Yep.
That was quick. What is that? 10 seconds into the movie? Guy with a terrible Asian accent.
Yeah, but at this point you're still excited. I mean, you don't know what's going on.
The ship looks cool. You got to admit the donut ship looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Now here's where this is a little cause for concern. The droids in this, the droid army, are actually not threatening or imposing in any way.
They're not scary.
No.
Stormtroopers are scary.
Yes.
They are they're devoid of personality, it seems, and it's just like this stark white thing coming to get you.
Because what the Stormtroopers had going for them is that being devoid of personality was actually made them scarier.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but these guys being, but just having weird quips from time and saying Roger, Roger. Like, Roger, Roger, what?
I mean, I'll admit I laughed the first time it happened.
Really?
Because I was in the theater, I was stoked.
Right.
This movie could do no wrong on the first viewing.
Yeah. And then, and then Ewan McGregor puts his hood down too, and you're like, what's that thing in the back of his head?
Now, I'd seen a lot of stills from that. I was prepared for the braid. And the little ponytail.
You had to be prepared for the braid going into it a little bit.
You got to admit, here's a positive. Look at how sick the Jedis look other than the ponytail and the braid.
Right.
Qui-Gon Jinn looks good.
He looks good. They look like Jedis.
Yes.
They do. These robes are very good. This looks like vaguely Imperial, too. The setup of the bridge of
So
the
I
ship.
thought that this Trade Federation was going to be basically the precursor for the Empire.
Right.
Which, as it turns out, I was completely wrong. And
Right.
I think that's one of the twists he wanted to do with you, right?
Right. Is that you think that these guys are going to end up being bad, but then I guess they're maybe sort of
They
bad.
are still bad, sort
They're
of.
still sort of bad, but they're not
The
actually
Republic was
real.
good, but it was being controlled by someone who's bad.
Yeah, it's just it gets unnecessarily confusing as the movies go on. Like there's twists that aren't even like twists really. You're just like, wait, what? So are they? Who's with who and who's fighting who? And then there's just a protocol droid, just serving a nice.
Who was just a waiter.
Yeah, just a waiter, just serving a nice.
Guy can speak 8 million languages or whatever, and they're getting him to bring in tea or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Right, so it is set up very early that this Trade Federation is working under the guidance of Emperor Palpatine, who will become.
And we know right away. We all know what's going on.
Right.
Which is on purpose. I did like this whole thing of Palpatine controlling things from behind at this point too. Positives.
But just a lot of questions of whether or not something is legal or not, and whether or not it will become legal is
I will make it legal.
I will make it legal.
It's like, make what legal?
Yeah.
What, like, legal? You're a bad guy. Just do whatever you want.
Right.
You're an evil wizard or whatever.
There's a positive. Cool explosion.
Jedis. Sparking up those
Sparking
sabers
up those
right
sabers.
away.
Apparently, I read a trivia thing online that this shot where the steam comes in is actually the only shot that doesn't have any sort of CGI effect on it.
Really?
Yeah.
What about, so those lightsabers are real in that shot?
Oh what? No,
Because it's
they're not
really,
real.
you can still see the lightsabers.
Right. This was a very big positive moment too. Like this was a cool moment where all of a sudden the you know, oh there's Roger, your favorite thing. They sparked them again. Like they turned them on and then they were like, nope, turned them off, and then they turned them back on again for dramatic effect.
Yeah. And okay, so let's talk about this because we've got some chat going on here about.
Yeah, Andy is actually monitoring the chat on the YouTube stream. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to ask questions, we can fully see those there too.
Yeah. So there's some chat here about Live Gamer5 says the stormtroopers are scary because the Jedi's couldn't just slice through the stormtroopers like it was nothing, like they do with these battle droids.
Right.
Which is true, totally true.
Yeah.
And that was like a conscious decision. George Lucas was like, I want them to slice through them like butter. Like they're nothing.
You need a better army.
Yeah. They're very thrown together.
If you do enough George Lucas impressions, he turns into the Emperor a little bit. Like, Roger.
Yeah, that's one of his favorite sayings.
Yeah.
But I have a weird thing with that. Like, I like that they slice through the robots. I just wish the robots weren't the main army that they are always facing.
Yeah. It's like we need if these guys are so bad, we need to get away from them way faster than centering an entire end battle of this movie around Destroyer.
Yeah, not scary.
Yeah, if they're terrible, let's get them out.
I gotta say, droidicas or battle droids, the rolling ones with the shields there, those are cool. Positives.
Yep.
Those are very cool.
Very cool.
I like those a lot. I like that, like, two of them are kind of too much for two awesome Jedis to take care of. I kind of like that.
Right. Like, do you feel, though, that, like, Jedis are a little bit too super heroic in this movie, though?
Well, see, they are sometimes and they aren't. Like, there they just did the super fast run. Of course, later we'll see that Obi-Wan just forgets that he has that super fast running power. When it's time to save Qui-Gon Jinn, he just doesn't have it.
Yeah.
And here they are hiding behind some giant metal container.
When they've already really proven that they could probably just go out there and,
there's like 20
and take
of them out
everyone
there?
down. Yeah.
First
so
view
we get
of
our
Queen Amidala.
First view of Queen Amidala. It's very hard to tell when it is actually Natalie Portman and when it is Keira Knightley who played the decoy.
Yes. Yeah. I remember finding that out years later.
Yeah. So apparently, like, people will go through and have fierce debates about whether or not you can tell which one is which.
I think it's pretty easy because I even remember when upon first viewing being like, why does she look weird here? Like she looks kind of weird in this scene. A lot of people also kind of give her some flack about that low monotone kind of voice. I thought that's wicked.
Yeah, I mean you can't just be like we've seen the princess that's like a normal person in Princess Leia.
Yeah.
And so like if you're gonna have like a royal figure, then like we gotta have something else. Like I have no problem with the makeup.
Sure.
Let's just say the makeup and the voice.
The makeup and the voice.
It's a positive.
I also would have said maybe she carries on that voice for the rest of the movie. It's okay. Maybe you make that part of her character or something.
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe that's a choice. Anyways.
Yeah, and so these guys are being invaded. They're all sitting around. Like there's just a big theme of like of bureaucracy in this movie that is just not exciting. Yeah, a lot of red tape. A lot of like debates. A lot of like, and I don't know, like I guess this is a political message from George Lucas being like, I hate bureaucracy. I hate the government.
There's also some people are saying Qui-Gon is the only good thing about Phantom Menace. I disagree with that. I think he is one of the good things about it. I also think Darth Maul's pretty good.
Darth Maul is pretty good.
Darth Maul's pretty good.
Did you know that
Trade Federation does not become the Empire? No, that's what we thought.
That's what we thought. That's what you're meant to believe. We are meant to believe.
Yes, are we to believe?
Are we to believe that the Trade Federation and their droid army
becomes the
Empire?
Empire?
The Empire?
No, they do not.
No, the people.
The Republic becomes the Empire. The clones, you know, the stupid clones. Anyway.
You know, it makes sense. It's all there.
It's right there.
Just do that.
Just do that.
Just do that.
Okay, what were you gonna say?
Did you know that Benicio del Toro was supposed to play Darth Maul?
Really?
Yes. I read a lot of like trivia on IMDb. These are all like easily searchable facts. He was supposed to, but then George Lucas axed all of the dialogue, most of the dialogue, from Darth Maul, so he was like, well, I'm not playing that anymore. Because it's not
so
a character,
it was
really.
still supposed to be him even when he barely said anything and was just a gymnast?
No. After all the dialogue got cut, then they were like, Del Toro.
Peace.
Peace.
Okay, well,
yeah.
Now he's the collector.
Yeah, we have our first guest from Space Janitors joining us, though, right now. Please give a round of applause for Ebony Hi, Ebony. Happy May the 4th.
Thank you. Is that...
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
Classic bitch.
You didn't know it was a special day? You didn't know why we were doing
I
this?
didn't know this pun carried.
It's a thing, man. It's like a whole
Have
thing.
you not been on Twitter today? It's all over.
I haven't.
You're taking part in a May the 4th activity.
Huge.
Here it is. We're watching
There it
it.
is.
Huge news.
What a
We're
great
down
film.
on the planet of Naboo, and we have met Jar Jar Binks.
So it's our...
Ugh!
We put this on the board, Gavin. 2 racist characters now.
Yeah.
Who was the first
2.
one?
Newt Gunray, I believe his name is.
Yeah.
What's his deal again? I don't remember him.
He's just the horrible Asian stereotype.
Oh, classic.
Yeah. Oh, you're a Jedi. Like, it's awful.
Yeah. Terrible.
Yeah.
You just can't do it. You can't even really talk about it without feeling racist.
Wrong.
Yeah. You feel like, ooh, I need to take like a shower or something.
I was about to say, and Jar Jar Binks is from the islands, and even
Yeah.
that felt gross. I didn't want to say that.
Yeah, you don't want to say that.
Yeah.
Islands.
Ebony, thanks so much for joining us.
Hey.
What are your memories of today's the celebration of all things Star Wars? We're talking specifically about the 1999 film, Phantom Menace. What is your experience with this movie?
I feel like I wiped it from my own memory. I saw it in theaters. I remember not liking it.
You straight up didn't like it.
I straight up didn't like it.
Were you a Star Wars fan going into
Yes,
it
I
though?
was,
Like
yeah.
big Star Wars fan?
Yeah, so I think I already went in feeling mad at it, and that everything about it. All 3 of them kind of blur together. I remember being very confused by Ewan McGregor's performance, who just phones it in hard for this whole movie.
I think he's the best part of this movie.
Which really speaks to how bad this movie is.
It's true.
Because this is the worst performance of his career by far.
Right, but like you got to feel for Ewan McGregor. I mean, he's barely even looking in the right spot for Jar Jar Binks. I mean, he's acting against a tennis ball, and when you're just in these big blue sets, I mean, what are you gonna do with it, right?
But like people have done it better since.
Well, maybe people have started to figure it out a little bit more.
Tennis ball acting.
Yeah, tennis ball acting.
I mean, that's the norm in Hollywood. I mean, that's what you're doing now.
Mostly you and a tennis ball.
Even on our show on Space Janitors, I once had to act at the ear of the guy who was operating the camera. A lot of times it's like X's and stuff like that. But one time I just had to look straight at this guy's ear and give like a oh, my dad doesn't like me speech, and I'm just staring at an ear.
You're just acting at an ear.
Yeah, it is weird. It's a very strange sensation.
There's a scene with you, I think, from the first or second episode of season 1 where you like try to become a squall trooper, and it's you like dodging that thing that's shooting at you. And like as an audience member, it looks like you're acting, but as your friend who saw you shoot it looks like you're like, where's my eye?
What are you talking about? Every scene I perform is the greatest scene of all time.
Not unlike all the scenes
Not
in this
unlike
film.
this scene where we go to the Gungan city under the water in Naboo. By the way, Naboo, the worst name for anything, right?
Other than Jar Jar Binks.
I mean, yeah, it just piles up here.
Yeah.
It really does.
It's really just
Boss
like
Nass.
It really just feels like they thought that special effects alone were going to carry this whole thing. People will be so wowed by what we can do now and the types of environments that we can create.
Yeah.
That we don't need to worry about dialogue and characters.
And I'll hand it to them. In this sequence where they're under the city actually is quite visually pleasing. To me.
This is like Asgard, but if it was underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks good, and it still holds up, kind of. Like, look at those bubbles. They look kind of cool.
They do.
Positives.
Yeah, positives. Positives. The bubbles. Look at the bubbles. The bubbles look cool.
Is that the way you tackle this? Just trying to find positives?
Yeah, we're trying to find positives, and then our man Gavin Pounds on camera 2 over there
I'm jotting them down.
Yeah, is jotting them down. We've also been talking about what movies Gavin has and has not seen. He has not seen many movies.
What are the top 3 weirdest movies Gavin has not seen?
What are the top 3? He
hasn't seen Mary Poppins.
Weird.
Most of the Star Wars.
He hasn't seen most of the Star
How
Wars.
did you work on our show for a whole season and not watch any of the source material?
I had to be careful about
it. he in no way could use any reference of any kind. He's like, here's your laser pointer thing. I don't know, this stick, this glowing stick.
What do you? Yeah, you guys know. You already know. I don't need to say what it's called because you guys know.
Yeah.
Also fans of Star Wars. Have you
Um,
seen the Back to the Future films?
Yes.
Great.
Yes,
All
I have.
3 of them?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that Redemption? Am I
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
that?
we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Indiana Jones?
Yes.
All of them?
No.
Well,
ones
wait,
have you seen?
not the 4th one though.
I saw the one with the snakes.
Okay,
So
well
there's
that's
that.
That's
I think they're in like all of them.
Yeah.
Well, but the one that they're
biggest
featured in
two.
Sundry.
It's all of them.
I think that's one.
The one where they were the main characters.
I saw the one where he doesn't like snakes.
The one with the hat, where he wears
the
the
whip,
hat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where he gets in out of an impossible situation in a crazy way with a whip. That's the one I saw.
Ebbs, you weren't here either when we originally started talking about it, but we have a phone line that people
Shut
can
up.
call.
Like a hard line.
Yeah. And we're into this movie enough now that I'm confident that we can put up.
Yeah,
the,
let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Let's go back to the let's go back to the phone
I
lines.
can't wait to open the phones. I hope it's someone we know. I hope it's Pat from over there.
Yeah, Pat Thornton has shown up. Helen Johns has shown up.
Chris Siddiqui's here.
Chris Siddiqui's here. I can't see him, but he's here. We're gonna get there.
And Boston Ads is here.
That's his character's name. You actually have like a encyclopedic knowledge for Star Wars characters.
Yeah, this is Boston Ass. He's like the leader of the Guardians.
Boston ass?
It might as well be Boston Ass. Boss Nass.
Boston
we
ass is what you go out to
him
get
Boss
after a Red
Nass.
Sox game. Gotta go get me some of that Boston
Gotta get me
ass.
some of that Boston ass.
One of the best moves.
Perfect timing.
Did you know?
But like
Andy,
he does that for no reason though. That's the thing. It's just in the middle of a scene. The guy just goes.
Did you laugh at that when that first happened? Because you laughed at Roger when it happened.
I did laugh at Roger.
Did you force a laugh at that, or were you starting to go like? I don't know.
We're getting a call.
We are getting a call. We don't have a name on this one, but let's go to it.
Seems like it.
Wow, we have several calls.
Oh my god.
Okay, we got a call. Who's on the line here?
John Goebel from Utah.
From Utah.
From Utah.
What's going on in the glorious Utah area?
It's going good. It's nice and sunny and warm.
Oh, nice and sunny and warm.
Sunny and warm, beautiful. And you're outside, of course, not watching the live stream.
No, I'm watching the live stream.
Oh, great.
What is your experience with this movie? I'm going to turn this movie down here for a second because I can hear it. Damn thing.
Actually, I am a huge Star Wars fan, and I have seen all the movies at least a dozen or more times.
Great.
All right. So break this one down for us. What did you like? What did you not like?
Do you have a fresh positive?
The pod race was probably the best in this movie. Jar Jar Binks, not so much. But, he was entertaining for the younger audiences at that time. The lightsaber battle between Obi-Wan, Darth Maul, and Qui-Gon Jinn was a really good moment in that movie near the end of the movie. But the best I liked actually was the fact, which I don't know how many people know it, but that Qui-Gon Jinn, because of how tall he was, and the sets were set to the height of the actors, that they actually had to spend more money to get the height of the set up more because he was so tall.
Really?
Interesting. Liam Neeson.
So he cost the production more money.
Longshanks.
Not just with his salary. See, Gavin, that is the voice of a man who's seen a movie. That's what it sounds like. He's
John-
seen it a bunch.
John, thanks for calling in. We got a bunch of calls, but thanks so much for calling in and giving us that excellent tidbit of
excellent
info.
John, excellent trivia.
That guy's seen a movie.
Well, maybe he should come do this.
Yeah, a ton of calls coming in. Thanks so much to John. Of course, you can reach us at 1 Space Burns.
And the reason behind space,
No,
the
that
reason
was
the number is Space Burns. And we got Rodrigo on the line here. We're gonna go to Rodrigo.
Rodrigo, what's up?
Hello.
Hello.
Rodrigo.
Sexy voice,
Ooh,
Rodrigo.
yeah. Tell me more about anything.
Rod, what's going on, man? This is your time, dude.
Rod, talk to us about episode 1, my man.
Yeah. What is your experience with this movie, Rod? You there?
Yeah, I liked it when I was a kid, right? But
Right.
And now?
I kind of don't like it anymore.
Wow, the reviews are in!
The reviews are in.
Rodrigo kinda doesn't like it.
Kind of liked it when he was a kid. Kind of doesn't like it
as an
anymore.
adult man. That's fair. Anything else? Any parting shots you want to take of this movie, Rep?
The battle scenes are good, I think.
Yeah.
The better scenes are good. You're right,
I think
Rodrigo.
you said the battle scenes.
Oh, the battle
are
scenes.
good.
I'm thinking the better scenes are good.
The better scenes are good.
And the bad scenes are good.
Yeah, battles. Yeah.
Good action. Decent action.
Good action.
in
Rod,
this
you're not
movie.
wrong about that
You're
one,
not
man. Rodrigo, thanks so much for calling. Again, we got a million calls coming in right now. As you can probably hear in the middle of people's calls.
Light on this phone. I didn't think
We
that
gotta
this
talk
was
to
going to be this
Joe.
big of a
Light it
hit.
up. Joe Cavallero on the line.
What's up, Eddie? What's up, guys?
Not much, man. How are you?
Oh yeah, you gotta mute your computer.
Mute your computer.
I knew that sounded like
I knew we were gonna have to say that. Dad was like, no. Anyways.
Joe, what's going on? Well, what's your experience with Star Wars: The Phantom Menace?
Oh wait, maybe get us queued up.
Yeah, right there, Joe. What's going on?
Joe? What's going on? We lost Joe.
Joe, we gotta go, my man. So when you're calling in, make sure you turn down the sound.
And if you're at a party, don't be.
Yeah.
Never turn it down at a party.
No.
Just don't.
Unless the cops tell you.
Look at this majestic
Joe
shot.
called back. Sorry, Joe, you're gone. Connor, my man, what's happening?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good, Connor. What's up?
This is so hard to manage. There's so many calls.
We have not prepared
Right,
ourselves for
hey.
the technical realities of having a phone. How are you, Connor?
Connor?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm listening to two different things.
No. Listen to us. Listen to our voices right here. Connor, what's going on? What do you think about Star Wars: The Phantom Menace?
You know, I saw it as a kid, and I really, really liked it.
Right.
But it's because I didn't know any better.
How old were you when you saw it?
Oh, let's see. Came out in '99, so I guess I was like 6 or 7.
Right.
So you didn't know better.
Yeah, you don't know anything. You think that
You're an idiot.
yeah.
Well, I should have, because my dad, like any good parent, showed me them before showed me the originals before the prequels.
Right.
And so
So you went in seeing actually the originals first, and then you saw the prequels, and you were still like, yeah, on par.
Yeah.
Right.
And then now that I'm older, it's very obviously not up to par.
Right. Do you feel like the internet has swayed you, or do you feel like you came to that conclusion on your own?
Probably a bit of both, really.
Okay.
I had to do one thing real quick. My little sister Violet is having an aneurysm because she wants to say hi to Ebony. So.
Hi, Violet.
I thought she was literally having an aneurysm, and I was like, the number is 911. It is not Spaceburns, it's 911.
Hi, Violet.
Yes, no, she's just freaking out off camera. Say, hey, here we go. And our dog.
The dog can't
Also
talk.
a huge fan of
We'll
mine.
talk to Violet, though.
Hey, I also want to say I'm really excited for season 3.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Great.
we're psyched too. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much for calling, man.
Yeah, bye, Violet. Nice to hear your giggles.
Okay, I'm gonna have an aneurysm, so we gotta stop this for a second.
Yeah, we'll take a break here.
We're taking a call break.
We'll take a cool
because
break.
Andy
Yeah.
can't handle it.
Andy's sweating from the
You
upper
know,
lip now.
we need a
He's like, oh my god, too many
There's
people
so
calling
many
me.
people calling, and I'm just trying to figure out how to like make it busy, so that when people call and we're on the line with someone, but I can't figure out how to.
We need a Roz. You know what I mean? We need somebody.
We do need a
It's not gonna
Roz.
be my Roz. I've got to go to the little boys' room.
Okay, I'm Roz.
That comes back in. Yeah, let's get back to. Let's refigure out where we are in this movie. I guess our heroes are basically trying to escape.
Classic
now,
bait and
yeah,
switch here going on.
that's clearly Natalie Portman in the hood now. She's in disguise mode.
That was one of the things that bothered me about this, even when I saw it, because I knew who Natalie Portman was, and they had advertised that she played Queen Amidala. So immediately in this scene where this other woman's the queen, where you're like, well, it's a classic bait and switch. Like, that's obviously what's going on.
You were just up on it already.
Oh yeah,
you're like,
immediately.
You're like, that's BS. That person's not.
Oh, bullshit.
Yeah. That's not her. That's her. That's not her.
Yeah. So that's frustrating.
Right. So now the Jedi can apparently just go up to this droid army that have they've been basically fighting for the entire movie, and go tell them, and then the droids are just like, yeah, I don't know.
Adorable.
The yellow guy, yeah. You can tell that he's in charge because he is has
Yellow.
the yellow markings or something.
That's it. He's the leader.
Right.
Roger, I'm the leader.
Right.
Does he say that?
I'm sure he did at some point.
Yeah, because the droids are so easy to like cut through, it just doesn't even make for exciting escape sequences because you're like, well, they're just gonna get out of here. That's fine. They're just gonna get out.
Speaking of
getting
getting
out.
Get out of
Getting
here.
the word. Bye, everyone. Enjoyed this piece of crap movie.
Oh, for everybody, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm gonna get back in here.
Joe Caballero is really trying to call us.
Trying to reconnect. Don't worry, Joe.
Don't worry, Joe. We'll get back to you in a bit.
We'll pick you up.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is actually our first look at R2D2, is it not?
Yeah, we're inside of the Queen's weird ship here.
Yeah, her weird mirror ship.
What's that guy's name? Like Rick Olay, I believe. The pilot of the ship. His name Rick.
Yeah, he also doubles as a DJ.
Yeah.
Radio DJ.
You know how I remember all this stuff though. I remember all the guys' names and stuff. Is because if you went to Taco Bell at this time,
yeah,
there was like a little like you could collect these like little stickers or something, or these little like
and you're like
cardboard things.
Give me the Rick Olay cup.
No, because you always got Rick Olay. He's the worst one. You want your Jedis, you want your Yodas, you want No, man, you're getting Rick Olays and Captain Panakas all the time. Got a bunch of Captain Panaka.
I want a Qui-Gon.
I want a Qui-Gon. Just give me one.
Yeah. But this is an exciting moment. Like this is when it starts feeling where you're like, I think you come back a little bit on board. You're like, oh yeah, it feels like Star Wars. Like R2's fixing the ship, basically.
Yeah.
Like he's doing R2 type things. Much more effectively than he does in the subsequent trilogies. But he also has a ton of special abilities that you never knew that he had.
I mean, let's not really talk about the fact that he can fly in Episode 2. This is not Episode 2.
Yeah, and then he can dump like gasoline out and then set it on fire and like a flamethrower.
Yeah, no, he can do that. He has a little flamethrower.
Yeah, no, he never did it when it mattered in trying to escape Cloud City or anything.
No, of course not.
When some fire would have helped.
Why didn't he just fly across the sand in Tatooine?
I don't know. Let's go back to Gavin Pounds. Gavin, can we get a rundown on what the positives of this movie are so far?
Let's hear the positives.
Yeah, now I think we gotta go over these so we can erase them, and it feels like there's gonna be more positives coming up.
Okay, I certainly hope so.
So we got Jedi beginnings, good-looking people, except for the ponytail. I put ponytail excluded.
Yeah, they look good, yeah.
Explosions, pretty self-explanatory. Rolling droids, cool, and then a little emoticon that I feel reflected the mood I was trying to say.
You can just draw a normal face. You don't have to.
You don't have to do it.
It's 2014.
You don't have to live by their rules, man.
You draw that tongue coming out any way you want.
Yeah, that's freehand.
I could just do it. Also, spot on George Lucas impression.
Well,
I assume. I've never heard him speak. Multiple racist characters. This leaves us, in case there are more.
I don't see how that's a positive. I don't understand why you wrote down.
Yeah, he told me to write it down.
Characters
I did not say write it down. As
we did not say it was positive.
We're making a positive list.
No, get rid of it.
All right, we're getting rid of it.
First of all, I want to see multiple lists on that board.
All right.
I want to see us starting. Of course, not racist characters.
So we're making two separate lists. That's what we're gonna do.
Listen, I know that we gave you the world's smallest whiteboard, but we're gonna need like 4 or 5.
I'm gonna need you easy to fill out at least 6 lists.
Right.
Set them down. Bubbles. We thought bubbles were fun.
We thought bubbles were so fun.
Boston ass. I wrote that down myself. I thought that was pretty exciting.
Yeah,
I picked that one out.
I'm fine with that. You took that liberty on that one.
And then Taco Bell affiliation. I feel like you were talking about it as if it was positive.
You were talking about it. I don't know if it was positive though.
It's true. You know what? I did get a lot of Rick Olays.
A lot of Rick Olays.
And
that character name is Rick Olay.
I'm positive of it. Look it up. Look it up.
Can we look it up? Can we look up what that character is? This is named Rick Olay.
Am I right about Rick Olay? Tell me if I'm right about Rick Olay, chat.
Rick Olay.
I'm telling you.
It's too normal.
Rick. R-I-C. That's how he makes it more. That's how he makes it more science fiction.
Is it? R-I-C.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man.
It should be like R-I-C-C or something. That's more science fiction.
That makes it more science fiction.
Yeah, for sure. That makes it way more.
I feel like his name is Rich. Speaking of Rich, our good friend Pat Thornton is here. Come on, give a round of applause, everybody. Yeah! All right. What's happening now?
We're dealing with Jar Jar Binks. What are your thoughts on the character of Jar Jar Binks? First of all, how are you, man?
I'm well.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, Jar, you.
Give us your full rundown.
I got nothing bad to say about Jar Jar Binks. I think he just rules life.
Really?
Yeah.
Top five things that make Jar Jar Binks so cool.
Quickly. He's cool ears.
Yeah.
Cool voice.
Yeah.
I love his clothes. I love his attitude. You know, like and he's a little racist, which is positive.
It's a positive, apparently. Yeah.
Gavin's down. Racism is positive.
Racism, A-okay.
Yeah.
They're all.
Big Clippers fan. I don't know what you have in the house over here.
Pat, did you line up to watch this movie?
Yes, I did, but I'll admit I thought I was lining up for Baby Geniuses too.
Okay. You messed up.
I messed up.
Why are more people dressed like Baby Geniuses?
I'm just sitting here in this big diaper, and I don't understand why.
I kept trying to get this smart baby chant going.
Yeah.
And people were like,
Is that
What?
a spoiler? Is it? I mean, I'm sitting here in a diaper and glasses. Let's go, people. Let's get going right now.
let's do this thing.
Yeah.
Of all of the prequel movies, like which one is your favorite, and which one is your least favorite?
Which one is? Oh, I like that Hayden Christensen isn't in this one.
Yeah.
Right,
It's
but
positive. That's a
positive.
positive.
Right. That's a big.
Is he racist in any way?
And I like Darth Maul a lot.
Yeah.
I think Darth Maul is a Bodman.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Sorry, what?
A Bodman?
A Bodman?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
It's like a Bodman.
Yeah, it's like a Bodman.
Yeah. And he's just like wicked tough. He's got the
double.
Double. Yeah. They don't move like that.
No,
that was
just
just
like
me.
this.
That was me. Yeah. Like you gotta hold it still.
Right.
So I thought he was cool, and that's kind of where just all the good things in this movie are over.
Yeah, it kind of ends there.
Right.
Yeah.
But at least we get to build up to it. I mean, like, we're now getting the
We're
weird walking.
yeah.
We're down on Tatooine, the weird four-legged lizard that George Lucas now has to put in every single movie.
Every shot, yeah.
Yeah, every shot of every movie.
I
like
just want to
this
bring in Watto's here.
I like Watto.
Watto is the third racist character we've seen so far. Put that on the board.
Yes.
Covered it all
Negatives.
in one. Yeah.
Yes.
I
Racism
want you to be
is
listing the racist characters.
We got to be specific in our racism.
So we're going to go
Okay.
Newt Gunray.
Newt Gunray.
We're going to go Jar Jar Binks, and we're going to go Watto.
All right.
Watto, of course.
Did you get an answer on Rick Olay?
We did. With Rick Olay was confirmed. Yes. Okay.
R-I-C or R-I-C-K?
Someone actually did say R-I-C-K. I might be wrong about that. But
Rick Olay.
O-L-I-E, I believe is how you spell it. But it is pronounced Olay.
Oh, I see.
Great.
I feel like George Lucas kind of like gave up on that character name because everyone's got a weird character name. He
No,
was
it's
like,
Rick. Look, there it is.
oh,
R-I-C-O-L-I-E with an accent aigu.
Oh, so
Is
he's
that
a
Royal
Naboo security forces.
Yeah, he's a
Cool.
French character.
Frenchman.
Pretty great.
Frenchman. Rick Olay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I like
there you
that.
go. We all learned that today.
And we're actually seeing
Right.
Jake Lloyd for the first time in this movie.
Mini Hayden Christensen.
Yeah, who the
I think
the
a
actor-
little bit better than Hayden Christensen.
So, I mean, I guess you can't hold it as hard against him considering he's like what, seven
Seven,
or something?
Yeah,
eight
yeah,
or something like that.
And looking rough today though. Are we getting that up on screen? It's coming.
Oh, yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
he's actually said that Star Wars has like ruined his life.
Yeah, he hates it.
He hates it.
Well, let me tell you something, pal. Star Wars is the reason you have a life right now. Right? That's what's happening. You killed yourself long ago.
I don't know. Not like every kid that isn't in a Star Wars movie kills himself.
They do. Oh, look at this guy. You telling me this guy doesn't offer something with stuff?
Oh, come on. No, but I was reading into it, and I was reading why he said that this affected him so negatively, and he was like, "Oh, well, the other kids like made fun of him so bad for being in the Star Wars movie," and I was like, "Don't you understand that those kids were wrong?" And he was like, "Oh, other kids would walk past me and they would make lightsaber noises," and I was like, "Man, I would wish that people I would be associated with lightsabers."
Yeah. Someone made a lightsaber noise every time I walked by. I'd be just set.
Yeah. And he walks in the room, someone's just like,
Didn't matter what else you had going on in your life.
I was like, yeah, that's me. Yeah, I'm here. Thanks, Grandma.
Yeah, but then he's also appeared in numerous Star Wars video games as voices.
Yeah.
And he still goes to
He
conventions.
goes to conventions all the time.
Ruined his life?
And that's actually what I mean is like, it ruined his life, but like, he's still making money off of it, man.
Yeah.
Come on,
Still getting them checks.
Maybe it's your main source of income. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Well, I guess it a job can ruin your life.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, working at that pool store almost ruined my life.
Oh, come on. Like,
I'm not going to pool stores. I'm not hanging around at pool stores.
You're not in the pool store video games.
I was going to catch you at that pool store convention.
I'm not.
I lined up for like an hour.
I told you a long time. I'm not out on that.
Man, that sucks.
Not in on that.
Yeah, I wanted you in on that.
No, I'm not in on that.
You going to that one next week?
No, I'm staying clear of them.
Oh, wow.
Steering clear.
Okay.
Here's Watto speaking in his weird language.
I get you to sign my chlorine jug real quick.
You can. I'll do that for a fee, for a small fee.
This is an interesting thing. I was doing something, not necessarily from this movie, but I was doing something for MTV. I went to Fan Expo and I was interviewing people, and I interviewed the guy who played Jango Fett.
Okay.
Yep. And he said to me. He was like, "Oh, you're the one interviewing me?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Really? They put you on TV? Does no one want to be on TV in this country?" I was like, "Cool, man.
Wow.
Cool, yeah.
Cool dude, man."
Yeah. So.
What is he talking about? He is the crappier Fett.
Don't worry, I
He's
let
not
him
even
know
the
he was
Fett
the
anyone
crappier
wants to
Fett.
be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
all right, crappy Fett.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah. Mediocre Fett.
Yeah. Anyways,
I would hesitate to say that.
If you missed the live stream last time, you had talked to Billy D. Williams.
I've spoken to Billy D. Williams.
I love this anecdote
in real life. All right, I'll tell it again.
Yeah, why not?
Maybe people weren't here, but I met Billy D. Williams at like a Fan Expo type event at Comic-Con or whatever. He was signing autographs. First of all, $35 an autograph. Maybe
cool,
a little,
cool.
little
Yeah,
bit much, maybe. But I got him to sign a Colt 45 bottle because we were into that at the time.
That's an amazing signature. Of all the signatures you could possibly get.
Yeah, and because he used to advertise it, obviously, it works every time. And at the time, I was going through some girl trouble,
Yeah.
And I asked him, I went, Billy, I was like, you got any advice for me?
Gotta help me out, Billy.
I'm having some girl trouble. Do you have any advice? And he just goes, kill yourself.
Little did we know, Billy D. Williams also going through girl problems at that time. He was about to pull a Jake Lloyd.
Yeah, absolutely. luckily for Star Wars, though, he stuck around.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you see him on Dancing? Did you guys see Billy D. Williams on Dancing with the Stars?
A little bit.
I just see the
barely
clip
moving.
Just the clip that who's it? Fallon shows all the time of him doing the weird dance.
Yeah.
Terrible. Anyways, real embarrassing. Where are we in this film?
In this film, so I guess Ewan McGregor's character has been isolated here.
So McGregor and Panaka, Captain Panaka, leader of the Naboo security or whatever, are out in the desert. Where are those guys? They're not coming back.
If I remember this correctly, they're just deciding where to build Vegas here, right?
Yeah, this is the part where the mafia.
And they
comes
staked it out.
into Las
It's
Vegas.
still mostly a desert, but it's going to be cool. Like they have a vision of what it's going to be. And like,
Is this a friend of yours here?
This old woman,
this old lady here.
Yeah,
this is a friend of yours.
buddy of mine. Yeah, my bridge partner.
Pat told me about this joke he does with his wife. Right?
Yes.
He does with his wife all the time.
we're getting a Skype call from Billy D. Williams, not the actual
Oh
Billy
my
D.
God!
Williams.
You
for
just
sure.
freaked me out.
There's no way Billy D. Williams knows what Skype is.
Is there no way? We gotta answer that call.
I think we canceled it. If you called in as Billy D. Williams, call back. We will talk to you. We're gonna get 700 Billy D. Williams now.
Pat has this great joke with his wife where he watches something on TV and he'll just go to her like, "Is this a friend of yours here?"
Yeah, are these your buddies? They're like, no, that's the news. And then sometimes I'll be like, oh, you know these guys? And she'll be like, no, but you do. And then it'll be a commercial with my friends in it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Oh, yeah, I know those guys.
This is our first look at C-3PO.
Yeah.
So is it not?
So here's where they start really pulling apart the continuity. They've said that, Darth Vader built C-3PO.
Yeah, just never remembered him.
No.
Yeah, no, didn't remember him, didn't really care after. Also decided to build a protocol droid exactly the same way they do everywhere else in the galaxy.
Do we admit now that just prequels and things are a bad idea?
They are, because you
so.
just absolutely know where they
Because
have to end up.
Yeah, you can't add anything to it.
Yeah, you've got to hit all the
Yeah.
signposts and paint the numbers into the
it's
corner.
just not a good idea because they like in these movies they wanted to show a bunch of cool new stuff, And now it just and then it makes the universe like, oh yeah, we don't have any of the cool new stuff anymore.
Yeah.
We're now just bad.
Yeah, now we're just bad, and we forgot how to do everything better somehow.
What should be done in like a couple flashback scenes is now just an actual movie. And it just doesn't, it's just too, like, it would be like, you get the cool moment of like, this is how C-3PO was built. And you're like, oh, wicked. Now I have to watch a whole movie of him figuring the stuff I already know out.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's name was Sio Bibble. That guy's name was Sio Bibble.
Sio Bibbs.
He's
Did you learn that when you grabbed a Supreme fries?
Let me tell you something. Fry Supreme. Fry Supreme, 2 soft talks to go.
Yeah, 2 soft talks and a Rick-O-Lay. Cool diet Rick-O-Lay.
Please, can it be a Sio Bibble or anyone else? Okay.
You want to take a few calls while Pat's here? Pat, you want to jump on the space phone here?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, right.
Are there just questions in the chat? Is
Yeah,
that what it
so
is?
here's what we got. This is what we need. Okay, so we got a couple questions we'll answer. We'll do this. Oh, Eli's calling us. That's cool. We'll answer his call.
Just not right now, I guess.
Why not clone Watto for the Jedi Immune Star Stormtroopers? That's a great idea. Why not try and recreate that genetic immunity to the Force, which is a stupid idea.
Be super helpful though.
Do you have high
and
hopes?
then all the stormtroopers would be like able to fly.
So we also have a question from Renee Jensen. Do you have high hopes for episode 7, or do you anticipate it with a sense of soul-crushing despair?
Well, let's get into this. Pat, your thoughts on episode 7?
I mean, it can't be worse than these.
Can't be.
You know,
Can't be.
and I think that you know, like you look at what Disney did with the Marvel stuff, and and you're like, this stands a chance. J.J. Abrams, he's good. You know, like I think it's going to be cool.
I enjoyed the Star Trek movies.
Yeah.
I know a lot of your like hardcore Star Trek fans were a little like, these are like an action movie, but I was like, I was thoroughly entertained and thought they were great.
I know. I like the fact that George Lucas is out of the building.
I consider myself. I consider myself to be a fairly big Star Trek fan, and I thought they were great.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to a call here. We have a call coming in from Eli Henry.
Oh, hi, Eli.
Oh, hi, Eli. Oh, wait, sorry, I muted him. Here we go.
Eli, you there?
Sorry, guys. All right, here we go. Eli.
What's up?
What's up, man?
We're all watching here.
Oh, okay. For those who don't know, which is everyone watching this, Eli Henry worked on season 1 of Space Janitors. He did behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yeah, which we figured people would want to see for some reason.
Yeah, we kind of thought that like before we had even shown the show at all, that like, oh, people want to see what's going on behind the scenes, and people were like, what is the show? We don't even know what it is.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
I watched that stuff on a hard drive. Maybe I'll try it out at some point.
So Eli, you are calling us from where right now? From California?
From California, yeah.
What is your because you're like what, like 14? What is your experience with the Phantom Menace?
I remember I saw it when it came out, and I have never seen it since.
Really? You saw it once and hated it, or you liked it?
I remember seeing it and everyone around me being disappointed. And then I just haven't had a reason to watch it since. I mean, I feel like I've seen it bits and pieces, but I don't know. The closest tie I have is, I mean, Hayden Christensen went to the same high school as me. I know that much. But he was.
Eli Henry, that'll still be your claim to fame in 10 years, my man.
What was Hayden Christensen like in high school? Were you friends with him, or?
I don't know. He went there before me.
That's not even anything.
Cool story.
So you're basically a Star Wars.
Yeah, I'm basically in Star Wars.
Eli, I heard, is Stacy there too?
She is. She's right here.
Oh, my girlfriend is actually in California right now and is hanging out with Eli.
Nice.
Hello, honey.
Hi, dear. How are you? You guys are doing so great. You guys sound so confident, and it's just really nice to hear you guys.
Okay.
Well, we gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta go. Bye.
Okay, bye. Bye. All right. That was weird, but okay. Let's go to this random call from someone we don't know. Sorry, Gus Smith. All right, you're on the line. Who's calling?
Oh my God! I can't believe I got through.
Oh yeah. What's your name, man?
It's Peter.
Peter, what's up? Where are you calling from?
Wow, I'm calling from South Florida.
South Florida.
South Florida. You take your talents to South Beach. Am I right? Hey, guys? Why have you need?
Yeah, about 40 minutes away from South Beach.
All right.
Yeah, I guess.
What's going on? What's your experience with the Phantom Menace and the prequels in general, and Star Wars in general?
Yeah, I love Star Wars. Phantom Menace,
Right.
I think the best part about it was Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. They were badass.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you feel about Watto?
With who?
Watto.
Yeah, you feeling Watto?
I have no idea who that is.
Watto,
I mean,
he's the guy who...
He's the little flying bug man with a worm for a
the
nose.
Italian guy? What's the matter with you? Like that guy? He's alright. I don't know. He's kind of annoying.
You're right. He is annoying. You're right.
Doing Space Janitors. You guys are freaking amazing.
Oh, thank you so much, man. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for watching along with us, too.
No doubt. Thanks a lot.
All right, thanks, Dave.
Peter, thanks so much for calling. Great. So, people aren't remembering who Watto is, apparently.
Yeah, I saw. He's this guy here.
He's this guy here.
Oh, they're not seeing this.
Oh, they don't see this.
Which is like indicative of the character, too. I mean, Watto plays like
guys.
a very substantial...
He plays a very large role and then is just gone. They come back to him briefly in episode 2, I think. And then he's wearing an even more racist hat, and it's really bad. Okay, we got another call coming in here, obviously. Let's go to it.
Hello.
You're on the air.
Hey. Hey, I'm surprised I got through.
Yeah, no, don't be surprised at all, man. What's your name?
My name's Steven. I'm from Arizona.
Steven from Arizona. What's going on? How are you celebrating Star Wars Day today?
I've just been hanging around, watching movies, playing a lot of the games, reading some of the books.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's like a lot to get accomplished.
Right into it.
Yeah, like a movie is like 2 hours. Reading a book. You read a couple books.
Have you been up since like 6 in the morning doing this?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Oh, great.
Oh, well, then burn on us.
Yeah, we're blowing it over here.
So, what are your feelings on specifically episode 1?
Well, I think that the best part of episode 1 was the music.
That's a good point.
Okay.
Yeah, I honestly think that it could have been done a lot better, but I also feel that it's the best of the prequel movies.
I agree.
And I think the big thing that they did wrong was taking a different spin on the Jedi. The Jedi were supposed to be kind of this mystical presence in the Old Republic, but I feel like they made them too reliant on their lightsabers.
Exactly. They're pulling them out left, right, and center. They pull them out 2 times in like the first.
There's all the science, right? The midichlorians, all that.
Yeah. It's like making it about science.
Yeah,
too.
make it about magic. It was about magic.
Yeah.
This is the scene actually where Qui-Gon, I think, is being explained by Shmi Skywalker, Anakin's mom, that there was no father and that he was immaculately conceived, which is terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little weird
Yeah,
too, right? But Jar Jar Binks is about to get his tongue electrocuted and not be able to speak for a bit, which is hilarious.
The real meat of the movie.
Thanks so much for calling in, man. Enjoy the rest of your Star Wars Day. I hope you read 3 more books.
There's Baby Greedo over here.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, dude. Okay, Baby Greedo. You mentioned Baby Greedo.
Yeah, but now I'm gonna take off.
Oh, you're gonna go?
Yeah, so like
You're going
Baby Greedo, and then I'll see you guys around.
It's Bad We should say this before I forget. He is not here today, but it is Scott Yamamura's birthday today.
It is, yeah.
He plays Dennis 4862. He is out for dinner with his parents right now. But yeah, happy birthday to Scott Yamamura. If you follow him on Twitter, send him a birthday message. I'm sure he would enjoy that when he checks it in 3 days or something.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he very frequently checks his Twitter. C3PO. We did. You're right. We did just miss Jar Jar getting his tongue numbed by that weird energy.
Oh,
lightning.
we did. Can we go back? Yeah. No, it's just hanging out there.
I gotta be honest though. This is actually one of my favorite scenes in the movie because this is where Anakin, he gets the pod racer going, and I still think this in my head whenever anything is like like whenever something like starts happening and it's working, in my head I always go, it's working. It's working! Like that's, for some reason, that is stuck in my head. It will never go away.
When you complete something successfully, do you then go like, now this is pod racing?
I said it the other night. I said it the other night while we were watching basketball. I was like, now this is basketball!
Here's what I don't get about this movie, too. This is a big sticking point for me. Why was it so important to establish how good of a pilot Anakin Skywalker is?
I'll tell you. Because in A New Hope, Obi-Wan mentions that he was one of the best starfighters in the galaxy, or pilots or something. I think he says starfighters, actually.
Here's my follow-up question.
And so I guess they were like, well, we got to make it so that when you meet somebody, he's one of the best.
Yeah.
But then they didn't even really do that. So.
Yeah. Here's my follow-up question. So what?
Yeah, exactly. So
like, it doesn't matter at all. It matters not at all to any of the story here. It doesn't even matter in A New Hope. I mean, I suppose it's a big deal because, they play it up in that movie because it's a big deal that he's bearing down on Luke and he's the best and, oh no, this is a dicey situation.
Yeah.
But then he doesn't fly another ship for 2 whole movies. It's not a thing.
I always felt it was also quite tacked on that they had to make Vader or Anakin, whoever, this pilot, this amazing pilot.
Yeah. So they spent a whole section of this movie just having him win a race.
It's only, you're right, it's only
for no reason, no character reason.
No, it's only tackled in the first movie, and even then, it's all lightsabers.
Let's go back to our man Gavin Pounds. Gavin, positive, negatives. I'm glad to see racism is finally under the negatives.
Well, it was always under the negatives in our minds.
Right. Okay. So we have a race of characters of Jar Jar, Watto, someone else.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you guys spoke loudly, and they're very hard to spell.
Newt Gunray.
There you go. So we've got racism, prequels, to rely on sabers. This is our main Steven who we spoke to, so I figured I'd pop him in there.
Right.
Jar Jar, Watto. Is that how you spell Watto?
Watto. 2 T's, but that's okay.
Well, he's got his own language. And then someone else.
Someone else is Newt Gunray.
Oh.
And that's exactly how you think it's spelled.
Yeah.
Newt?
Newt.
All right, Newt Gunray.
But not like the animal newt,
like Gingrich.
Like the spelling of a nut with an E at the end.
Oh, okay. Oh, like Newt.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how that goes. Check back with me.
All right. And now we have an appearance from Darth Maul.
This is I gotta say, at this point in the movie, I remember thinking the first time I saw it, I was like, this has been pretty boring so far.
But here we go. Here we go.
You know, they had a good action beat to start off.
Right.
Saw some lightsabers.
Yeah.
Even if that was overall a negative thing, you can't help but be excited by it.
Yeah.
And then you see Darth Maul finally, and you're like, okay, all right, let's get going here. And then, but now immediately back to the Watto Qui-Gon stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, here we are back again. Still, Watto's still a factor, but people don't even know who he is.
Here's something I'll say positives here. This is the closest scene, and if you are familiar with the movie, it's the one before the pod race where they're kind of in the back of this weird garage or something. So they're inside. They're talking about the wager. If you actually look at the background, there's a lot of cool aliens, not unlike in the cantina scene,
right?
In the first one. So,
some Twi'leks here.
Yeah, some Twi'leks, and that's Sebulba. Sebulba's a Doug.
Joe Cavallero, who called before, goes I don't think they're going to answer my call. I blew my chance. Joe Cavallero, if you call, we'll answer your
call.
Man,
we'll give you another shot. But don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just turn down your computer this time.
Yeah.
He was the guy who had his computer.
Yeah, just mute the YouTube video while we're talking.
Absolutely. We're gonna bring in a.
we're gonna bring in.
We're gonna bring in one of our special guest sponsors, right?
Samantha from Cakes Cove here. Samantha, everyone.
Oh my God! What have you brought? Oh, this is incredible! Look at this. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God! You guys really have to see this.
Yeah. Do we get a good shot of this? Here, move this computer here.
Yeah.
I'll fully close it, but
keep this.
So what do we Sam, what do we have here? What is this made out of? This is an R2, obviously.
Chocolate R2D2 and some shortbread cookies.
White. It is a white chocolate R2D2, some shortbread cookies. How do you like? This is insane to me. This is just there's a.
It's like a printed photo.
Yeah,
it looks like a photograph.
Yeah, it's printed photos.
How do you do that?
Can
you eat photographs?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'll do it right now. I'll eat a picture of Watto.
Yeah, there are quite a few Wattos here. So Watto is actually well represented in the cookie tray that we have here. This is incredible. This is amazing. You actually made some stuff for us for season 3. We showed a photo of one of them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we showed a photo of the cake that has Elle's picture on that cake.
Not unlike this.
Yeah, not unlike this. And I also eat a cookie in episode 1. There it is right there. Yeah. That's the cake that you made. It is. We apologize. It is slightly melting in that because the light that was underneath that table made it really hot. And the cake, we were like, we kind of noticed it, but not a lot of other people noticed it. But we're like, the cake is melting. The cake is melting. And there was no backup for the cake.
We kept lifting it off and stuff.
Did you guys end up eating it?
I didn't have any.
Oh.
Did anyone end up eating that cake? Yeah, probably someone ate it. Right?
Did anyone eat that cake?
It was in that fridge for a while. Siddiqui says he ate it. He did.
Gavin, did you eat that cake?
I did not eat the cake.
Gavin,
sure
Pound,
someone
did you
ate
eat
the
the cake?
I ate the entire cake.
Oh, that's where it went.
I didn't.
That's
That's a positive. Ate the whole cake. Put that down.
That's one positive thing about episode 1. Gavin ate a whole cake.
So what's going on? Where are we at?
We're about the beginning of the pod race. Anakin Skywalker has obviously shown up with not the greatest pod, probably.
I mentioned that I like the cool aliens in the background of that scene, and here we get the lame ones though, because they're not guys in suits. It's all these weird CGI dudes. So you get that one guy who just goes Puwata Puwata. Yeah, that guy and all these other words.
The background aliens. This is actually when you first see Aura sing, and she was just supposed to be like a random, character just standing there, and people just loved the way she looked so much that they actually made her a character. And she's one of my
It's a
favorite
fascinating piece
characters.
of trivia.
She's one of my favorite characters in the Clone Wars animations.
She's the one with the cool stuff that comes down here and her face is red or something, right?
No, she has a shaved head and she got one really long.
Oh,
ponytail.
that okay.
She wears orange.
Yeah.
You'll see her coming out.
She's the bad. She's the Sith, right?
No, that's.
I don't know who. I don't watch the Clone Wars.
That's Ventress.
I'm
and
out.
You should watch the Clone Wars because it's a
Does
lot
it get
better
better?
than
Okay.
these 3 movies.
Yeah. Okay. So that cartoon series has gone on for forever. Probably it's like what 8 seasons?
It has 6 seasons.
6 seasons.
And they're coming out. Or it got canceled, but at the 5th season, but they managed to finish it off at the 6th.
Oh,
And
yeah. Oh, okay.
It's amazing.
It's on Netflix.
Does it get better? Because I watched the first couple episodes and I was like, no.
It does. It does get better.
Sorry, guys, a fart joke just happened.
Stop everything.
Sorry, I'm really sorry. That thing just farted in Jar Jar's face, and Gavin, put it on the positive.
Do not mind a old farty face.
No, I don't mind that weird, llama thing farting in Jar Jar's face.
So are you also a big fan of the extended universe?
Yeah.
Do you follow that? Because you seem like a massive Star Wars fan. You knew more about the Clone Wars than we did.
Not Asajj Ventress. What's her name? Aura Singh.
Yeah.
Aura Singh. Do you like Rick Olay?
You like Rick Olay?
Not as much as you do, apparently.
Yeah,
He's got a stack of their cards.
I didn't know his name was Rick Olay. He's now my favorite Star Wars character.
Just a balding man who pilots.
I would love to do a Lando and Rick Olay buddy spin-off, and they're like cops.
I feel like you're doomed because no one knows who Rick Olay is.
Once they hear the name Rick Olay, they're gonna know who Rick Olay is.
They're gonna get an idea of who Rick Olay is. Yeah. We're just showing some cool images there of some stuff from Cake's Cove. A pretty sweet clone trooper chocolate helmet.
Do you guys specifically work in
or a Boba Fett,
Star Wars sci-fi, fantasy, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, and every genre delicious. So horror, my hands are actually covered in red food coloring because I did a horror sweet table for yesterday.
Your hands are covered in literal blood.
No, they are.
Yeah, they work with real blood too.
Yeah,
I gotta say,
pretty much everything.
When we did that Pie Day thing, I was the puppet and you were making
which was super fun.
It was super fun.
By the way.
And you made a pie inside of a cake, and then I ate it after, and it was seriously one of the best cake or pie, any dessert I've ever had in my whole life.
Yeah, explain that to me.
Amazing.
How do you put a pie inside of a cake?
Well, you should watch the how-to video.
Oh my goodness!
She literally explains it to you.
Oh my gosh!
Step by step.
Yeah.
So now we know Brendan didn't watch that.
There's a lot of videos on the internet, guys. But yeah, that's on YouTube. It's on the Space Janitors YouTube channel. Correct?
Yes.
Thumbs up to him? Yeah. Which is there. So if you want to know how to put a pie inside of a cake, which everyone.
I think you should know.
Probably should know how to do that.
A little pie inside of a big cake.
Yeah. Fantastic. Where are we at here? Were we at the beginning of the race?
We're starting up our pods.
It's still going with the pods.
The alligator guy's ready to
I forgot how
go.
long
The rabbit
the
thing
race
is ready to go. Saboba's ready to go.
Anakin not looking ready to go.
Not looking ready to go.
Those goggles do look like they are not even covering his eyes properly.
I don't think it's Ben Quadraneros that doesn't get his pod going here, and that's disappointing for him.
Sorry, who?
Ben Quadraneros. Yeah, Warwick Davis also in that scene there. And,
CGI
what do you
Jabba
think
the Hutt.
about putting Jabba in this scene here? I
They-
always hated it.
Yeah, they put Java in this scene, and then they put Java in the first trilogy when they like redid it.
Yep.
In that one scene, and I don't think he belongs in either one of them.
No, I agree. Well, there you go.
Yeah, you just can't mix characters that way where it's like this is an iconic character and he was a puppet and now we're gonna go back and put the CGI thing and we're just gonna put those two side by side.
He actually seems too small.
Yeah,
in this
that-
one
I
and
know,
that
yeah.
other one. Like his character seems like when he's up against Leia's up against him in Return of the Jedi, he seems like this massive creature, but in that and then in the redo,
He's so much smaller.
Solo, he looks like this big.
Yeah.
You want to take Joe Cavallero's call
Let's
right now?
take Joe's call. Joe's been calling in a bunch. Oh, we got Lindsay Anderson's also calling, but we'll go to Joe here.
Hello, Joe.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good, man. You finally made it.
How's it going?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. What's up?
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you too, Joe Cavallero.
And with you.
I don't know if you guys remember, last time
we just saw
you guys did a live stream, you guys sent me the folded Millennium Falcon.
I saw that on Twitter, actually. You tweeted a picture of that today?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I do remember that. We made a Millennium Falcon out of a piece of paper.
What did he win? You won something, right? Was that what it was? Like, why did we?
It was the world's crappiest prize.
It was the Kickstarter thing, and I decided to, my question was fold this into a Millennium Falcon.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Perfect.
That was probably late into that stream. I don't remember the back half of that stream.
Back half of that, we were drinking a lot, and we were, it was getting pretty hectic.
We were having a good time.
So, Joe, what do you feel about
I can't
the
thank
pop?
you enough for doing that, though. Seriously, it's a treasure of mine now.
Oh,
if you want us to fold something for you this time, we'll do it again, man.
All right, sweet.
You just let us know what you want to see a shape of.
Are you a fan of pod racing, Joe? Because we're
I
deep
am.
into the pod
I was
racing
really
scene.
into it back in the day.
Right. Yeah, because it is kind of, as far as races go, it's exciting.
Yeah, and the what they used to do it is the machines were very cool.
I agree that like the machines themselves look really good, and they look more Star Wars than anything else in this movie. I think they're really beat up, and there's a lot of grease on them and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was an aesthetic that they really dropped the ball on by making everything too clean. Everything looks too clean.
Yeah,
too
very
nice.
sleek and flashy. No good.
Yeah, and they really should have just gone back with the whole things are a little beat up. Yeah, a little dirty, a little like not nice.
That was a picture of the Millennium Falcon that Joe got. Joe, thanks so much for calling in, pal.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Let us know if you want us to fold paper for you.
Yeah.
All right, I'll definitely do that.
Okay, thanks, Joe.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.
Yeah, we're gonna try and get to all calls. So if you haven't got on, please keep calling.
Yeah.
Well, let's go to Gus. Gus has been calling in all day here. We gotta say hi to Gus.
Hey,
Gus, what's happening?
Yeah, I just had actually a lot to say here.
Okay, yeah,
Get
great.
the board ready.
Yeah, we'll get Gavin on the board.
Gavin, get the board ready. Here goes Gus.
Alright, well, first, I've watched this movie several times, and at first I didn't know what to think of it. And then, as I watched it several more times, I realized it's actually not written as a Jedi, as a action movie. It's more written about the, I think I got muted or something, but,
No, we're still here. We're just listening intently.
Okay. I realized that it was actually about the diplomacy. Like,
right, boring, right?
Ian McDermott actually did amazing right there. Like, the diplomacy parts were actually written really well, but the action parts tanked because of it. It's like, oh, which one do we focus on?
Right.
And,
So you actually enjoyed the diplomacy aspect of it, like the blockades and the strife and the.
I didn't necessarily enjoy it, but the writing there was good, though.
Oh.
Like,
I thought it was stilted and like awful. It seemed really clunky, like no one ever knew what they were talking about.
Yeah, it just didn't feel like Star Wars. Like they don't really deal with that kind of stuff. Like you get
No,
off
it
mentions
wasn't
to the
Star
Republic
Wars
and the
per
Senate
se,
and stuff,
but I mean, I am an aspiring author, and like it wasn't Star Wars per se, but to see Emperor Palpatine and see how he came to power was interesting, but not what they should have been focusing on.
Right.
Interesting.
So it was horrible in that aspect, but also like, oh, good writing, but maybe in the wrong spot.
I see.
All right.
I agree that that the Ian McDiarmid, who played the Emperor, I thought he did a good job. I think he's pretty much solid throughout the whole series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the core guys that you can rely on.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like it was surrounded by.
Which is interesting
Give
because
him a chance to succeed.
In the original trilogy, he's really only in the one movie until the re-releases, right?
Mhm.
He's
Yeah.
not even in Empire. Gus, thanks for the call, man.
Thank you guys.
No problem.
Yeah, so I guess as per Gus, we're going back over to the positives board and diplomacy.
Yeah, that's Gus, so I got diplomacy there.
That's classic Gus.
Classic Gus, that's what I thought.
You're going to go to Gus, he's going to say he likes diplomacy.
Something about
He's an
diplomacy.
aspiring author.
We've got good job, Emperor. That's what I got from those. Good writing, but in the bad spot, that's an honorable mention.
Right.
There's room, I'll pop it
No
in.
Hayden Christensen, tongue electrocution, cool background aliens,
Yeah.
for sure.
Hard names to spell. I put that in a positive because it's a sci-fi, so the harder the names to spell, the farther away you are from Earth.
And you ate the entire cake. Congratulations to you.
Yeah, I think that's the most. Should I underline that maybe a little bit?
You also just wrote in a box, can you eat photographs?
That was my favorite line so far.
The answer is no. But the answer is yes.
The answer is yes, you can eat a photograph. You can eat
Delicious
Django Fett right here, who did not care for Pat Thornton's appearance on television.
No. Was baffled by it.
Baffled by it. We're still into this pod race. This pod race actually does go on for like 20 minutes, I think.
It's a long
It's
sequence.
really long. I
Yeah.
think we should add Ray Park's fight sequences on the board. They're pretty good.
All right.
Oh yeah, well absolutely. We're gonna preemptively put that up there because we
It's not
know
there
that
yet,
that's
but I
good.
know
We're not
it's
even
coming.
close to that part, but I totally agree with you.
The
on that.
anticipation is building.
It is.
Also, just the general audience like yaying and booing. Anytime that they get like extras, they go like, "All right, and now you," like on a megaphone. "All right, everybody, and now you don't like this," and they're like, "Boo." It always just looks like exaggerated, arms down, like boo.
Yeah, there's a shot of there's a shot of Warwick Davis and like Watto watching it together, and Warwick Davis is overacting so hard as an extra because like he's not an extra, right? He's an actor. He's a guy. He's usually kind of the star of whatever he's in. But he's like going to Watto like. And then, like, but the guys who made the CGI Watto, like, didn't make him acknowledge him at all. Like, Watto's just floating there, looking in like this direction. Very awkward.
That would have cost a little bit more money to actually fully animate him.
Those purse strings.
Make them look a little excited.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so we're still with the pod race here. Is Anakin winning yet?
Anakin's just fixed his pod now. It looks like somehow there's.
Now this is pod racing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to get full thrusters back online here.
Through a series of switches.
Even though he for sure cannot see through those goggles.
Yeah.
You cannot convince me that those goggles are actually benefiting him in any way.
Also, I don't think this actually does anything.
It's like the ignition, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, now he's got full power because he hit that thing a little while.
I just thought of a positive. The N64 pod racer game. From episode 1.
I actually
that
played
was
that. I
an
didn't play
excellent,
watch the movies.
excellent video game.
Yeah.
Ebony's giving me a thumbs up or an okay sign there. Sadiqi's nodding his head. He's into it.
Yeah, for sure. One of the a lot of N64 Star Wars games came out in this era.
Yeah, that's right.
Shadows of the Empire came out then, which was
A
felt
launch
good at
title.
the time.
Yeah. It is good for the time and for the console at the time, but like it doesn't really hold up.
Yeah. Sam, do you have a favorite? Do you play Star Wars video games too?
Yes. I also play a lot of like Star Wars LCG and whatnot.
Oh, the living card game.
The living card game, yeah. Do you play the collectible card game?
The customizable card game, the original.
Not the original, but the one that is relatively new.
The one from Fantasy Flight.
Yeah, I actually played it twice today.
Oh, wow, really?
You should get into the first one they released, the customizable card game. It's the most complicated game in the entire world.
Yeah, it is.
The rule book is like 112 pages. It's gotten to that point, right?
Oh God, it's like 200 pages.
200 pages.
And a PDF. Yeah.
200 pages of rules and cards and card interactions and like, okay, because I did this, now you have to.
Yeah, like I
the
played
nutrition breaks down like this.
Play that game for a year and you still have to have a 200 page rule book sitting beside you while you play it. Even if you played it for that long.
Right. So the Fantasy Flight one is obviously much easier and way better. We both own it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we both have it.
Yeah, we both.
I bought a couple of the expansions for it too. We have a Twitter question from James Albans, and he says, "Are there any prequel characters we'd like to see in episode 7?" People are asking us about episode 7. We should
Oh, okay, yeah, we should talk about episode 7 then. Prequel characters, that's interesting. I guess you can have some. I mean, it is set a long time before the prequels, right?
It's after.
It's 30 years after Return of the Jedi.
Right.
Do the Clone Wars count as the prequel?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure,
yeah,
yes.
any of the 3.
Okay, I want to see Ahsoka Tano in episode 7.
Yes.
Okay.
She's one of the characters in the animated series, and she's.
You're stumping us on this animated.
You're saying the Clone Wars like the show. I thought you meant like the.
No, the
I don't
show.
think that counts. That's not a prequel.
It probably. Well, it kind of.
That's not technically in the prequels. That's
not
expanded
in
universe.
Movies, but it's.
I think that that cartoon is considered canon, though.
It is.
Yeah. What about the idea of like they kind of erased all of the extended universe post Return of the Jedi?
Yeah.
And that's going to be called like Star Wars Legends now.
Is it really?
Yeah, because they're going to go back because obviously
it makes sense.
They're starting from scratch. They don't want to be beholden to all this stuff that has come before. But like that's a pretty big move because the expanded universe was like. It encompasses so many books and so many stories, and there's like so much work got put into it.
There's so much that's happened at this point, and now it's just going to be like, well, that's all not real.
Yeah, I guess you have to do that.
You have to do it though. It makes sense.
But it's going to be a little bit heartbreaking for some people that have like gotten into it and like really lived off of it, and now it's like, nope, it's over. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, forget it, you fans.
Yeah, most lamented character we might lose that way. Maybe like a Mara Jade.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sad about Mara Jade going. She's a great character. I really like. I mean, he's already gone in it, but Thrawn was. The Thrawn trilogy was great. Theranet.
Yeah.
It means that Chewbacca's not dead, though.
That's good.
Yeah.
It also means that.
What book does he die in?
I don't know, but I know that he died. A friend of mine told me yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't read that book either, but I mean, I keep up with it on Wikipedia.
Right.
This is a legit thing for all you Star Wars fans out there.
Absolutely.
Just go read some stuff on the Star Wars wiki, which is called Wikipedia. And it's like, it covers all the extended universe stuff. It's so good. It's really, really great. If you're ever like, hey, I want to know more about, Salacious B. Crumb, the little guy on Jabba's tail in Jedi, go type him in there. There's like a whole thing about it. There's a whole story that he has, and it's great.
Yeah, people talk about getting stuck in like YouTube spirals and stuff.
Yeah.
You can get stuck in a massive Wikipedia.
I have many times. Yeah.
I did a savory table for my friends and I for Halloween. It was all Star Wars themed, and I was just going on there looking at like inspiration to do different foods and stuff, like Jar Jar Binks in a blanket and like Boba fettuccine and stuff like that. I just went on Wikipedia and I got stuck just in all of the food that's in Star Wars.
So much food.
And that was just the food section. It was amazing.
You and Andy Hull, very similar.
Yeah, very similar in that way.
We stuck on a food-based comedy for a long time.
Yeah. If you got a ham joke, send it to me. I'd love to hear it.
I think we're coming up to Anakin Skywalker deciding to leave with his hippie friend here.
And speaking of deciding to leave, I think that's all for Sam right now. So give it up for Sam, everybody. Yes, look at this.
This is crazy.
Actually,
or a picture of Ebony. That's fine.
Oh, sorry.
Nice one.
Yes. Also.
Before I go, I actually read on the internet today, if today is May the 4th, is tomorrow the 5th Strikes Back?
May the 5th. Or someone in the chat said Revenge of the 5th.
Yeah,
Revenge of the 5th.
Yeah.
I think that is exactly what it is.
Why not? We'll be back tomorrow to do more streaming.
You can actually see Sam in season 3. She's in a couple of the shots. She's she plays like a cool bounty hunter. Anyways.
Yeah, like a cool bounty hunter.
No
spoilers.
Hi, they sent me back in. They sent me back in.
What's up?
What's up?
Oh, nothing. I didn't come with a message. They just told me to walk back over here and sit down.
Oh, we thought you had something to
No,
tell
I don't
us.
have anything cool
to
But
add.
I did think of something. I did think of something during Gus's hot call. I can come back to Gus.
Yeah.
About diplomacy, it made me think. Do you think that TNG and all of its themes and the things that became popular during TNG influenced these movies in any way? Because you hear diplomacy and you immediately, for me, if I think of diplomacy in space, I think of TNG especially.
That's an interesting. That is very interesting. I don't think that it really was influenced.
You don't think they were trying to capitalize on those hot diplomacy
Yeah.
like Darmok and
but, just comments on minute.
In Deep Space Nine, there was a lot of Cardassian diplomacy. I think we should really insert that into our film here.
I would say of the main types of Star Trek episodes, diplomacy is among the top ones.
You want to know what I think happened? Is that this obviously comes from the original story that George Lucas wrote, right?
Yeah.
So he went back and did all this legwork of how this thing actually happened, but then he got rid of it because it was boring and didn't make for a good movie.
Right.
But he was like, well, I'll go back and tell this boring part of the story if I ever get the chance. He focused on the part that was entertaining, made those movies, and then was like, now I get to go back and explain how all this happened. And everyone was like, we didn't really need to know how it happened.
Okay, fair enough.
That's what I think happened.
Yeah, let's go to a call right now.
Cat Matlock.
People are still calling even though we're like, no, okay, we'll actually
No, not anymore.
Yes, well, we're going to go to your call there, Cat Matlock, but not anymore. Oh yeah, okay, the number's up. Okay, Stray's been calling a bit.
Just a Stray.
Let's go to Stray here.
What up, Stray?
Stray, you're on the air.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
Where are you calling from?
The alley?
No. I'm calling from England.
England!
Helen Johns knows.
What's going on? What's going on in England for May the 4th?
Stray is having some problems.
Stray was going to drop a bomb on us.
He's so far away.
I think Stray dropped.
So far away.
Trying to connect with Stray. No, but we do have Cat Matlock on the line.
Cat's back.
Cat came back. What's going on?
Cat came back. Cat, how are you doing?
Stray Cat.
Hi, how are you?
Get it?
Good.
Good. Yes, I do get it. Very good joke.
Thank you.
Space burn. You got burned. Cat, what's going on?
I'm just watching your live feed here.
Okay, where are you watching?
Audio doesn't interfere with this, but yeah, I'm not watching the movie, but.
Oh, that's fine.
I don't know if I can get my.
Is this fun to watch when you're not watching the movie with us?
Actually, yeah, because honestly, the movie's the worst thing I've ever seen.
Pretty rough.
Yeah, we've barely been watching it.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that.
Where are you calling from right now?
I'm actually in Canada.
Oh, okay.
Right, so are we.
Where in Canada?
Oh, up Saskatchewan.
Yeah!
Saskatchewan.
Yeah, all right.
Saskatchewan. Wow. They have the internet there. Interesting.
Oh, come on.
That was a worse joke than my Stray Cat joke.
How have you been celebrating your May the 4th?
Pretty much just Twitter.
Oh, Twitter.
Just Twitter, yeah. Just getting on there and tweeting it up, right?
Yeah.
Who's had the best tweet so far today?
I haven't really seen any that have really blown anything out of the water. So.
Oh, wow. You're tough to please.
I like it. I like
Tell me
Kat.
like it is.
She's a tough critic. Kat, we're in the part now where Newt Gunray is riding a weird spider chair. And he's talking to Sayo Bibble. What are your thoughts on this scene?
Moving apparatus of a chair.
Oh, God. I think I've blocked most of that from my mind.
Yeah.
To be honest.
As well you should have. It's terrible. Okay, well, thanks for calling in. Do you have anything to say to all the people watching Geek and Sundry right now?
I love Geek and Sundry. It's my favorite YouTube channel.
Oh,
so
perfect.
They obviously are now. So.
Love it.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for watching this, even though you're not watching the movie. That's very encouraging as far as our show is concerned.
Yes.
Yeah, have fun. Good luck.
Thanks, Kat.
Thanks, Kat.
Bye.
We should say that it's our favorite YouTube channel as well.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously.
Absolutely.
Okay, where are we now? This
sulky,
is...
a lot of sulky child.
This is a sad moment. But this is
Stray
where...
back, stray back.
Stray back. You want to go to Stray? Try Stray one more time.
Stray, do us proud.
Hey.
Stray, we lost you there for a second.
Yeah, I know. So, I just wanted to say.
Yeah?
I've got with me my original Star Wars Shadow.
Shadow
Stray.
Stray, I'll tell you this right now.
Chris Aniki is losing his mind off camera right now. He's so
losing me,
upset.
but I'll tell you what, send us what you want to say on Twitter, we'll read it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the original copy. Shadows of the Empire, for sure. The N64
Shadows of the Empire must
game
be,
that we were
right?
just talking
It could
about.
be the books too, because it's based on the books, based on Shadow books.
Right.
Okay, we got to talk about this a little bit. We got to address this movie.
Yeah.
Because this is the scene where allegedly a 16, I believe she's supposed to be 14. 14-year-old girl falls in love with an 8-year-old boy.
That has never happened to me. I just want to say, as someone who's been a 14-year-old girl,
You
and
never
never even
fall in love?
close. That whole year, it never even came up. It was never even a concern.
You never even were like, that one's okay. Maybe
No,
that one.
no.
He's got
I wasn't even scoping
He's
about it.
wearing nice jogging pants.
Yeah.
He looks good.
Not even, and I babysat, man. I babysat
Oh,
before.
we're in there.
You gave that guy another 8 years? Ooh, baby.
Man.
What
I
a
hope
wooden
his-
character he will grow up to be.
I hope his twins kill me in childbirth.
Why do we have Eli Henry on the screen right now? What's going on?
Yeah, what is happening?
Evan, was that the 8-year-old boy I
He was
meant
the
to
only
fall in
8-year-old
love
boy
with?
I could find in time.
Burn on Eli
Good
Henry.
burn, space burn.
Space burns. That's why our number is that.
Yeah, so that doesn't make any sense, right?
It
Yeah,
doesn't make
no,
any
it doesn't-
sense. Like, why didn't he just make them that they were the same age at the time?
Cast it up.
Cast it up.
Yeah, cast the age up.
Or
of
cast her
Anakin.
down, man.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they wanted
I mean,
a
that's
Foreman in
weird,
there,
though.
so get
To have
at
two
least get
kids.
like a cocky 12-year-old. Don't get like an unsexualized child.
Get a Lil Bow Wow in there.
Get a little Bow Wow in there.
Get a like Mike era Lil Bow Wow. Gavin, put Lil Bow Wow on.
Lil Bow Wow
Little
is a
Bow Wow.
positive.
Davin, if you could also pull up a quick photo of Little Bow Wow, that would be great.
That'd be
I can't
great.
do that. Oh, you said that.
No, I just want you to write it down. I want to see the photo.
We just want to know what Lil Bow Wow's up to right now.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Can we get that up on the screen a little bit?
Where my dog's at?
We have a call from our friend Connor Donahue. Remember him?
Condon? Is the condom in the house?
Connor.
Condon!
Connor, you're on the air, pal.
Hello?
Yeah.
Visual.
Oh, we got a video too. Yeah, what's going on, man? What are you up to?
Tipping along now.
He's Irish, remember, so he'll say weird things that we won't understand.
Yeah.
I remember Connor from last time.
It's almost like you speak like Wookiee
slang.
or something, you know?
Yeah.
How are you celebrating your May the 4th?
I forgot it was May the 4th until I logged on to YouTube there and I saw the stream.
Oh, great.
Man. Man, we just saved your ass.
I was going to say, at least we were the thing that clued you in, right?
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I would have not. It's May 5th now in Ireland anyway, so.
Oh, so you're not even. This is all moot point for you.
This is all nothing.
Avenge the 5th here. So,
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
What did you do on May the 4th that
Nothing,
wasn't Star Wars?
Forgot it.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah.
You didn't do anything all day?
He went into a
Yeah.
deprivation tank and just stayed there.
I went for a few pints last night. And,
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Condon!
All right.
Condon.
Classic condom.
Classic condon.
Condon, you're going on the board as a positive.
You're going on the board,
Condon.
No better way to celebrate May the 4th than go for a couple pints.
Right under Lil
You
Bow
guys-
Wow.
Condon, episode 1, what do you think? Yay or nay over there?
Oh, it's awful horse. Shy.
Yeah.
Horse
and
shite.
shite.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I agree, but you said it prettier than I would.
It is horse.
Oh,
I love it.
7 years old and I saw it anyway, so. I thought it was great then, but.
Right. So you liked it when you were 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was nothing, there was very little science fiction in this country at all, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They don't play science fiction movies in Ireland?
Oh, we don't see. There'd be nothing around when I was younger, you know. So.
Oh, okay. What kind of movies? What kind of movies are big in Ireland? Like the fighting ones, the boxing movies?
Oh, that's just
Can you put that on the
normal.
board under racist characters? Just.
Yeah, Brenda, racist.
I am of Irish heritage.
That's true, he is.
I'm allowed to say that? I don't know, it's not that bad.
Remember that movie Gladiator, but not the Russell Crowe one, the one about boxing?
Say again?
Drinking and fighting, that's all we do, isn't it?
You heard it from Brandon.
Hey, man.
Don and Brenda.
Not from old sensitive Andy and Adam.
That's right. We're very okay.
And I'm much too weak to fight.
Bye, thanks for checking in.
Right, lovely chatting to you. Good luck.
Thanks,
Thank
brother.
you.
Thanks so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, what
I
do you guys
forgot
think?
he's in this. Of course he is. Because why wouldn't he be? It's a film.
We haven't seen him before this, right? This is the first time that we're really seeing him. This is the Jedi Council, obviously.
Is this the first time we've seen CGI Yoda?
It's not CGI Yoda. In the original, it's a puppet.
That's why it looks okay.
Yeah, well, it doesn't, because, like, they really didn't make it look like Yoda at all.
No, it's a different puppet, clearly.
Yeah.
They did not truck out the same puppet.
But this, we are actually, you're right, we are watching...
We're seeing his full body,
We're watching,
right?
like, the redone version, because it's CGI Yoda.
Yeah. I hate CGI Yoda.
Guy with the crazy neck in the background?
I love him, though. He looks like Beyonce at the basketball game the other night.
He does, just
We all
rocking back and forth.
We all watched a basketball game together, and we noticed that in the background, Beyonce was sitting next to Jay-Z, and the whole game, we couldn't tell if she was on drugs or just writing a song in her head.
Yeah.
But it was basically Long Neck Man.
I think she was just cold.
She might have just been cold.
Yeah, she's just cold. She's just swaying back and forth all the time. Either that, or she was just feeling the game.
She might have just been feeling...
The rhythm of the game was just
those
rolling
nets,
through her.
You know what I mean?
The rhythm of the game. Oh yeah.
The rhythm of the game. Rhythm of the game. Put it on the game. That's a positive thing. That's a positive thing, rhythm of the game.
Ooh, I hate CGI Yoda.
I hate CGI Sam Jackson, too.
I used to know the guy with the crazy neck.
Okay, that's McNulty.
Is it?
That's
the dude
McNulty?
at the door, yes, is...
I think that's an added scene. That's not in the original.
He was such a big Star Wars
After the
fan. The
success
guy
of
who
The
played
Wire.
Detective McNulty on The Wire.
Which is,
Dominic West.
Dominic West.
Yes, Dominic
Thank you, British person in the house.
Dominic West, was such a big Star Wars fan that he was like, I'll do anything. I will do anything to be in this movie. And they were shooting it, they shot a lot of it at Pinewood.
Yeah.
And they were like, all right, you can be this door guy. And so that's McNulty.
What a burn.
Yeah.
You'll be this door guy.
Yeah.
You're a really awesome actor.
Yeah.
You want to be in our movie.
Yeah.
That is not very good.
This was pre The Wire, though, right?
Oh,
That's
yes, of course. Yeah. So what? He just what did he done at that point?
I don't know.
I'm sure.
I
he
don't have
was
his
in some
IMDb
stuff.
on file.
But that must have been The Wire must have been his I'm here.
Oh yeah. Oh, no question.
So what did he just go up to? Hey, I'll be in anything, man.
It might have actually been because The Wire start. When did The Wire start? We don't want to 2001. Yeah, it's about. Yeah, he was probably on the cusp of getting something. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a man. He was a human man.
You know what? I feel like maybe Helen can clear this up for us.
I think he'd been working on the theatre scene and in film, doing various bits and pieces for a long time.
And if I remember
Do you have
correctly,
can you call right now?
Can I call Dom?
Yeah, can you give Dom a quick shout?
Yeah, why did you do Star Wars Menace? Why did you take such a small part? Actually, I think some of his lines were cut. I think that's what happened, which is a worse burn.
If you guys can hear that, I think Helen just said she thinks some of his lines might have been cut. Also, I think I remember seeing a lot of BBC TV credits and stuff, which are a bigger deal in Britain than being on some dumb show here is.
Yeah.
Because they have actually good television.
Yeah, they have their own television system and their own star system.
Which would be very nice.
Very fancy. Very fancy for them. Here's the big Republic Senate Council.
This is actually a cool set. I'm into this set.
Well, you say set like that's actually there.
I'm into this created set. The nerds made. I like it.
I want to say that Panax07 says Lil Bow Wow as Anakin Skywalker. I would love that movie. I think we've really hit on something here.
Yep.
Yeah.
If I could turn back time,
there he is.
I would put Lil Bow Wow in there.
If I could turn away.
I would put Lil Bow
Wow
Wow
too high.
If I could turn back time.
Yeah, Michael McDonald just started singing at that. Yeah.
Sure, that's why I'm sure Michael McDonald are never in the same room as each other because they're the same. Or it's like Pokeroo.
Anyway, George Lucas could have used human cultures as alien archetypes to give them more depth without seeming racist? The question we have from Harlow, Silver Harlow on Twitter. So, and I see the point here. He's trying to use these like human cultures and transpose them into these alien races, without making them seem racist.
Right.
I think the way to do it is to like pick and choose, like pick concepts from like the way a culture comports itself, but don't also use the accent and like silliest costume from that culture, like mix and match, so it doesn't feel like a wacky Jamaican alien. Like that's not what you want to have.
I honestly think it's mostly in the way they speak.
Yeah,
That's
there's no accents. Just borrow from cultures without adding an insane accent.
Because if you look, Queen Amidala, that like the whole is very kabuki. It seems very Japanese.
Yeah.
Very cool, like the robes and everything, and that's all awesome. In fact, the Jedis themselves are like pure taken from samurais, right? Like he says that. So you can use, and I think they do use stuff. It's just that when you start getting into like
obscene accents.
Yeah, mannerisms and like exaggerating that to the point of like that's what the character is. It's like, well, no, I don't really think that you need to.
And the
do
movie
that
is one big Carlos Mencia sketch, and that's where you.
Carlos Mencia.
That's the last reference I'm going to drop tonight. I'm going to take one of these romantic cookies.
Oh yeah, there's a romance.
And I gotta roll out of here, guys. But
Ev, thanks for coming again.
Slice.
As per always.
It's been another slice.
Peace and love.
Peace and love, you guys.
Gavin, you break this down again.
Break this down.
Yeah, let me do this because we got to race and start another one. Here we go. Is this good? Can you see this? We got Ray Park. I didn't hear what you liked about Ray Park, so I wrote down Ray Park.
Okay.
You got that?
Like got that.
Next up, appropriate amount of pod racing.
No, I think we said that was too much pod racing.
Too much? I thought it was enough.
Correctly. But you've
never seen the movie before.
Exactly. So I've got
and you're watching it like through things.
Okay. Well, I'll put it into the negatives. We can talk about that one.
Okay.
N64 spin-off fun. I think that's when we can all get on board.
Yeah, we can all get on board with that.
Rhythm of the game.
Rhythm of the game is huge.
That's a new one. We've got Wikipedia. Yeah, I'll put that. Food fun. We talked about food. Sulking can be fun. A lot of fun. A little bit of a theme here. Lil Bow Wow, Condon, Guy with Crazy Neck, who, by the way, is my favorite character.
Guy with the crazy neck, yeah.
Guy with the crazy neck.
And then here I just have hot diplomacy. That's not a positive or a negative.
Yeah, that's got its own little box.
Yeah,
I like that you separated that.
I missed Stray as well. That guy was
Stray.
I don't know what happened. I want to know
what happened, man. Stray, reach out on Twitter. We'll see what you got to say there.
We'll do our best, but you're screwing this up, Stray. Largely saying we've been more than accommodating.
Here's an interesting, we're not there yet, but I'll read this right now. Silver Harlow coming at us with some good tweets. Everything Anakin does in the final space battle, he does by accident. Heroes should have agency.
Right, they do go out of their way to show you how good of a pilot Anakin Skywalker is, and then everything that happens is just like, oops,
and then it's all like, well, maybe this seems like a cool button, like, or whatever he says. Like,
yeah.
No, that's pod racing. No, it's not, you idiot kid. You're making a bunch of mistakes and somehow living.
It would have been great too if they had added in the final battle that we are quickly approaching. If they had added a callback to the moment where in A New Hope where Darth Vader goes, "What? What?"
My favorite.
When he's going down the tunnel, and then Han Solo races in to save the day, and he shoots the ship next to him, and he just goes, "What?"
There should have been a moment where little Anakin Skywalker just went, "What?" Yeah. What?
Might not have been as good.
Someone in the chat is just typing Algeria. That's cool. Abdu Benz.
Be aware.
This is for you, my man. Algeria.
Algeria, man. Be aware.
We're into this. Oh, okay. We're getting a call from our boy Andrew Pepler.
Oh, we gotta take Andrew Pepler.
We gotta take Pepler.
Oh, Andrew Pepler.
We're going in hard on Pepler here. I like the little remix Skype gives us when we answer.
Pepler.
Hi.
Pepler, turn your computer YouTube volume down.
Sure. Give me a second here. There you go.
There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah. Our boy Pepler. What's going on, man?
Not much. I'm actually watching your stream right now. It's exciting. My birthday's tomorrow, so this is kind of my birthday present now.
Oh, happy birthday!
It's tomorrow, so
yeah. So we ended up naming a character after you this season, right?
Yes, and that's actually amazing because that was actually my Christmas gift from my dad.
Really?
What?
No way, get out of here. He's like, I'm gonna get you a character name in Space Janitors.
I actually asked for the weirdest gifts for like my birthdays and stuff. I got a guitar for my birthday as well.
That's good. You had the best birthday I've ever heard of in my entire life.
I know.
You got a guitar, and our friend John Blair is playing you in the show.
Cool.
Yeah. He's. Do you know anything about what the character is that we based your name on?
Not a clue.
Oh, he's like.
This is great.
This is great, actually. If you've seen, you've obviously seen the show, right?
Of course.
Like he didn't just get you the gift of your name in the show that you've never seen.
He's like,
before.
there's this show I heard of.
Anyways,
I gave them
$1,000.
Yeah.
Here's $1,000. You're a guy. So in season 1, episode 8, there's a rebel who gets me to check my mouth for dicks.
Yep.
Yeah, that character actually is getting named. He's coming back this season, and he is named
Pepler Pierce.
Purse.
Oh, Purse.
Because your last name is Purse, right? It's not Pierce.
Scottish, yes, it's Purse.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which we didn't know at the time, too. So we were going around set being like, it's Pierce. And then Gavin was like, no, it isn't. No, it's Purse.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wow,
it's very exciting for me that I was able to break exactly what we ended up calling your character for because of the Kickstarter donation.
Yeah, Brendan got to write that script, and I remember reading it, and it was like Pepler. Well, it said Pierce, but I was loving the Pepler part of it, which is like
that's amazing.
What a great name, though. Like your name was, I think, one of the best that we got to name a character.
Yeah, because like let's be honest, we got some real duds too that we had to work in there. Some real hard names, but yours just sang.
Yeah, it sang. It was beautiful.
That's great. Thank you very much.
Oh, no problem, man. Thank you for watching our live stream. Do you have any quick thoughts about the Phantom Menace?
Oddly enough, the first time I ever saw Phantom Menace, I was in grade 5. I'm turning 21 tomorrow, and I watched it on CBC when the Revenge of the Sith came out.
Oh wow! You know what's funny?
Yes.
The first time I saw Return of the Jedi was on CBC.
Yeah, I actually fell asleep in the middle of it.
Canadian Broadcasting
Corporation.
Introducing new fans.
It's basically dead. Cool. What a great story.
Pepler Purse.
My man Peps.
Yes. Thanks so much for calling, man.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Where are we at in this movie? That was great.
That was awesome. That was a nice call. Very good to hear from Peps.
Yeah.
We're going home, as Jar Jar Binks said. Right now, they're going back to Naboo. Oh, thank God.
Oh, thank God. We're going back.
So we just went through all that. Was we were on Coruscant there. It was our first look at Coruscant, which we should mention because that's like a big deal in Star Wars. Because if you knew the original trilogy, they don't mention Coruscant. Right. They don't show it. But after I believe I don't know if it was Timothy Zahn or not, but in the extended universe, it was introduced as the home planet's name for the Empire. So the Emperor lives on Coruscant. And then George Lucas was like, yeah, sure. Yeah, it's called that. That's what it is. And that's what it is. It's a big city planet and all this stuff. So,
right.
So he actually took that from a book and was like, yeah, all right.
Cool.
We'll go with that.
It is a cool idea.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, fantastic. We're going to bring in another guest right now. Let's bring her in right now. It's Helen Johns, everybody.
All the way
from the United Kingdom.
Hi. Thanks for coming.
Hi. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks. Helen, you, what's going on?
What's going on?
I'll start with a general question. What's going on?
Well, I was in...
You're legit British, we should mention first of all, because some people in the comments for the show...
many of the characters from The Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I'm British, along with Stray, who we're waiting for a call back from Stray.
Stray. But I'll get on finding out what Stray's up to.
Okay.
Yeah, Stray, if you're listening, we have a real live British person for you to talk to. Maybe it'll make it work now.
Yeah.
What's going on?
With me? With the world?
You've been over there.
I've been everywhere. I've been all over the world.
Back here to Canada.
Right. Yeah, you came back here for season 3, and then you went back, and then you're back, and then you're back.
I was in Montreal shooting a sci-fi film.
Oh, I see.
I'm sorry, guys, but I love. Oh no, I shouldn't say that. I love space time.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So yeah, it's been fun.
Just a cool shot of Gavin for no reason there, by the way.
I was into it.
Yeah.
Just so you know that he's always sitting over there.
Yeah. Gavin's just been.
Oh.
Okay.
Gavin Papp's figuring it out.
He misses Stray so much. So.
Yeah, I can't contain myself.
So what's your? Were you a Star Wars fan?
I was a massive Star Wars fan. They're on in the UK every Christmas. One of them is, and so every Christmas that was a regime that we would watch one of them.
Oh yeah, it became a regime for me too. That's got to be pure like a British term.
Yeah, pure British.
Yeah. It's weird. Like it's weird that it became a Christmas thing there, and for me it was a Christmas thing. Like I got the THX videos at Christmas time, and it was like, okay, well, every year I'm watching this now.
There you are.
Yeah, in later years too. Like, and it seems like every Christmas, except for the past couple Christmases, they haven't really done it. But there's been a stream of the original trilogy. There's always like a Star Wars on Christmas Eve or something. Someone's always just playing all the Star Wars movies. So it largely becomes associated with Christmas, which becomes associated with warm feelings.
Yeah,
that's a smart move.
Yeah, who doesn't want battles, gun battles?
Right, laser gun battles and giant slug men and all that kind of thing.
Now, have you seen these prequel movies?
Okay, here's the thing. I went to see The Phantom Menace at the cinema.
A cinema, yes.
Yes, a cinema.
Yes, a cinema.
At a theater. In the theater.
Don't patronize us.
Yeah. Get your hard R's out of here.
Slowing it down.
There are some people in the line for theater, yes.
But I gotta say, I was so bored. I didn't see the other two.
I don't blame you for that.
I mean, I'm sorry, and I'm excited to watch it again a bit with you because you make things fun.
Yes, well, thank you.
But I didn't get it. I'm sorry, and I love the other three so much.
Well, you don't have to apologize to us. We didn't make it.
No. We have nothing to do with this.
But what if there are all these people who've tuned in to watch us watching The Phantom Menace because they love it?
Well, we haven't encountered one of those people yet.
Yeah, that's true.
They've been calling and been pretty vocal.
Gus was fairly apologetic about the diplomacy aspect.
Diplomacy, which is important in the world. Diplomacy is important, but it was just deadly dull in this film. I'm sorry, Gus.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I have been recently getting into some fights with people on Reddit. And
not on Reddit.
Not on Reddit. No, but about this, there are a lot of people who really love the prequels, right? A lot of them.
Really?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I was wondering if the age range was like Fresh Beers.
Fresh Beers.
Okay.
If the age range, because we were wondering if people who were younger than us, were had the same attachment to them that we did, because we grew up with those films, and if they grew up with these ones, then they were like, these are equally valid.
And then they watched the original trilogy, and
right.
I think that's terribly boring. And
nothing
to say about that.
Right.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
You haven't talked to any of these people?
I can't answer your question. I'm sorry. However, there are people out there who say that numbers 2 and 3 are significantly better than 1 in terms of the
those people are liars.
Those people are lying to you. They're wrong.
This is as good as it gets. They're trying to make me see.
I personally think, and we've asked a lot of people this on the show tonight. We've asked them, what's your favorite one, blah blah blah. My personal favorite one of the prequels is Episode 1. I think there's.
Is that right?
I just think there's. I don't know. I don't know why. I think
there's enough redeemable moments.
No, Hayden Christensen is a big deal for me. A lot of people try and say that he's a victim of George Lucas as a director, just like Natalie Portman is, just like all the other good actors are. I think that's not true. I think he's also terrible, and it was extra bad.
Something good about this, a positive, if you will.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, all right, great. Yeah. Love to hear it.
I think that the little kid does look like Anakin Skywalker. I think he does look like Luke Skywalker and Anakin Skywalker.
Yes,
there's a family resemblance.
Positive, family resemblance.
I think the casting director found a kid that looks like him.
Good casting, brackets, look-wise.
Yeah, okay,
yes,
good.
yeah, sure.
See, okay, we found something.
Okay, yeah, all right, that's another positive, for sure, sure.
I will also say this, we're coming up to the, this is where they're planning the giant battle with the Gungans and with the Moog guys. I actually really like visually I think the battle between the Gungans and the battle droids is quite pleasing. It's very colorful. That's all I can really say about it.
Quite pleasing.
It's quite pleasing. There's a lot of lush greens and a lot of nice blues and purples.
So you walked out of the movies and you weren't like, that was awesome. You were like, quite pleasing.
Quite pleasing. When I came out of the cinema, I said this is quite pleasing.
As it is your regime to do.
Yeah.
Rather appealing, Nick.
Yeah, there you go.
Is there a big? There's obviously a big Star Wars fan base contingent in the United Kingdom.
Mostly my family, yeah.
Most of your family.
And mostly
Your
my
family composes of mostly the Star Wars fans.
All the Star Wars fans in England.
Yeah.
3 of which are my dad.
Right. Okay.
Right, because a lot of the times the movies are shot there too, right? Like,
Yeah, this
like
one
the
was.
new one,
Was.
yeah, is coming up. So is there like an extra fervor around, like when you're to like get scoops?
It's mostly the North Americans that are being excited about 7, I think.
Yeah. Right.
Of my
British people are over it. They're just like, we remember.
I don't really talk to those guys anymore. Those Brits.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sophisticated.
Stray's calling us. You know, he wants to have a word with you about this.
Can we talk
Yeah,
to Stray?
fine.
All right, okay. Well, it's just going to not work again, but
let's give Stray one more time.
But it's a shadow. What did he say? A shadow vision, something that he had.
Stray.
There we go.
Stray, you're on the air. We're here with Helen.
Hi.
She's from the United Kingdom too.
Yeah, that's right.
Hello.
Hi. Hello. Hello.
Stray, we really hope that we don't lose you this time.
He's already gone.
Has he?
Yeah, that means he's not connected. But I will read the tweet that Stray sent to explain what's happening.
Find out what he had.
Stray, and we were just right. He has the Shadow of the Empire original N64 game. So that's what's going on. Let's go to some more calls. Let's get Helen speaking to some of the people out there. So if you're if you've been calling and we haven't answered or something, now's your time. Call in again. There's the number. Space Burns.
Yeah. Also, if we don't get to your call right away, we are going to stick around after we're done the live stream and do like we're going to rapid fire through a bunch of phone calls, and then we're probably going to clip those off and put them in a separate video and throw those up.
Yeah. So there'll be like a best of calls. So if you want to get in on a call and have a chat and bring up some cool ideas and just even like pitch us a story of like you want to tell. Actually, maybe we won't do that. Anyways, I'm just saying. Gus. Oh, hey, we got a new person. Here we go. Michael Henson. Michael. Okay.
Hi. Oh, he has a pineapple face.
Miguel.
Holy shit, I'm through.
Holy shit, you are.
Holy shit, you are, dude.
I know. Are we allowed? I don't know. Is it Michael?
Is
Mikko.
We just lost him.
We lost Michael. Or
Guys, stop doing that to us.
It's weird. I hope it's not us, but we seem to be talking to a lot of other people.
Yeah, we were talking to a lot of other people.
It's probably you guys. Sorry.
Probably you guys.
Try again, though. Michael, please try again. Also, whoever else called, try again.
See, lightsabers also, multicolored lightsabers.
Yeah, we're getting back into the battles now. We're on Naboo.
I think that's a positive, even though you said there's too much. Someone said there's too much reliance on them. But
they just open the door. The droids just let them go in there.
I think Stray if Stray the Beastie is Michael. Yeah, no worries, buddy. We're gonna go to another call here.
Hello.
You're on the air.
Oh wow! Hey.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi. I'm from California. My name's David, and really love your show.
Oh, thanks, David.
Thanks very much.
Where in California are you calling from?
Fremont, which is a suburb of San Francisco.
Okay.
And yes, we have dipping sauce.
Excellent.
We haven't talked about dipping sauce in almost 2 hours, basically. But
David, what pizza place has dipping sauce? Is it all of them, or is it like you got to go to 1 or 2 places to get the sauce?
No, there's only a few different pizza parlors that have it like kind of caught on. The Papa John's, which is dreadful, and then I think there's like Papa Murphy's, which is
Papa Murphy.
Every pizza place is called Papa something.
Wow.
What kind of dipping sauce can you get? Do you have the full spectrum of dips, or do you have like a couple?
I mostly just had like the marinara, and then I think ranch.
Oh, okay, you see, you're not even hitting the clutch.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like you're really getting into the true dipping sauce. Well, the base is a garlic.
A creamy garlic is number
garlic,
one.
Yeah.
A jalapeno cheddar is very nice.
It's a very popular option.
A dill? Like, you haven't even had a dill yet. That's a decadent dip, though.
Yeah,
right?
like, even now, we're really just getting into dill dip now when it comes to pizza, I feel like.
Right.
Although ranch is a good option. Ranch is right in there.
Yeah.
Well, you guys must be on the bleeding edge of pizza, so...
I really think we are.
I feel like we are.
I really believe that we are, and that is no
believe
joke.
that we are, too. What are your thoughts on Star Wars Day and the prequels in general?
So, yeah, when I was seeing episode 1 in the theater, I had actually hoped to have the whole lineup in advance and camp out, but the local theater, we had like one of those 20 cinema giant just movie plexes, and they were playing it on like 15 screens, so there was just no need to line up.
Yeah.
They were playing it like every 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, it sucks. So,
You know what's so funny?
because of that.
I had the exact same experience. We lined up outside the theater. It was like for like an hour. We're so stoked, and then we get in there. It's showing on like 12 different screens, and there was no need to line up at all.
Yeah.
That's a negative.
That is a negative.
That is a negative.
Too many
Unnecessary
screens.
lineup.
Too many screens. I'll blame that on the screens.
We also have a real live British person here. Would you like to ask her anything about England?
Oh, dipping so
No.
Okay, fine.
I'm sure
Space
you got a lovely
bread.
country there, I'm sure, but...
He knows everything.
David's heard all he needs to know about.
He's experienced the dipping
The
sauce,
British
whatever.
Isles, yeah.
He's had the full experience.
Papa
Oh, look,
Murphy's.
there's Papa Murphy's though.
Yeah.
Papa Murphy's Take and Bake.
Papa Murphy's, yes. Papa John's, no way.
Papa John's, no way. Papa
John's
Murphy's,
is my dad.
good slice. You're Papa John.
My dad's Papa John.
Your
You
dad's
call
Papa
him?
John.
Your dad's name is John.
I
You
can't
call
remember
him Papa
sometimes.
John?
I don't call him Papa John's, but sometimes I call him Papa.
I feel like that should happen. All right, Dave, thanks so much for calling.
Let's get to our next caller.
Yeah,
We have
thanks,
a ton of people calling in. Oh, this is the big dramatic reveal for Darth Maul, though.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah,
one of the cool moments that you see in the trailer, basically,
Yeah.
and you're like, whoa.
I think Darth Maul's eyes are pretty cool.
Yeah, they are. They're kind of like yellow and splotchy. That's cool, right?
Yeah. That's
He's
cool.
not sick or anything.
Yeah, and then it's also cool how the Jedi's are just like, well, we have to do this now.
It is. This part is great.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's take a call.
Let's take this one.
Yeah,
we already talked to Gus Smith.
Gus. Oh no, you stopped calling.
I think he's desperate to fight back about diplomacy and how good it is.
Yeah, he wants to mention diplomacy. We'll get to Gus again. Sure, why not, right?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, our
We'll
man
have a
Blair
follow-up
Blair Beveridge is in the house.
Hey.
I see him in the tweet.
Oh.
Big fan of the show. Pants and trousers. Blair wants you to talk about. Is there a difference?
Definitely trousers. Pants are underpants.
Pants are
Which
underpants.
can get quite
Underpants.
terrifying when people ask you to take off your pants.
So just take off your underwear.
Yeah.
And that's what that request means.
Right, just out the
Hey, can
window,
you
so
leave your
down
pants
your
on, but
trousers.
just take off your underwear?
Does underwear mean something different there too, then?
It's just not really the done thing to call it underwear. It's not very sexy, Brendan, to call it underwear.
Pants is sexier than
But
underwear?
pants is sexy.
Pants, yeah, pants or knickers if you want to be fancy about it.
Well, we're getting a call from Huckleberry Flynn,
What?
so let's go to that.
That's a pun.
Huckleberry Flynn.
Hi, Huckleberry.
Hi.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good. I just Skyping up. I thought I'd call you and say hi and stuff. Unfortunately, I've never actually seen the show, but I guess I could say I'm friends with Hakeem, with Geek and Sundry.
Sure. Okay. Great. Yeah. Hakeem gave us a cool video there off the top of the stream.
For sure.
How have you been spending your May the 4th?
Not really. Anyway, special at all.
Not integrating Star Wars into your life today, huh?
Not really, no.
Okay, so you haven't seen the show before. You're not really celebrating May the 4th. But you were like, there's a phone number, I'll just call it.
I thought I'd call because, I've heard a lot about your show. I've never actually gotten around to watching it.
Okay, okay, that's great. What do we have to do to make you watch our show?
We'll do it right now.
We'll do it right now. We'll do anything you want to make you watch our show.
Nothing. I'll definitely check it out.
Oh, that's so nice.
So nice of you. It's so much easier.
What's your actual name?
Ryan.
Ryan, thanks so much for calling, man.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you watching the stream,
Watch
even though you
season
don't really
3.
have a reason to watch it. That's great.
Yeah.
Do you think it makes sense to start watching season
I like
3?
it when, yeah, of course.
And then go back and watch
Sure.
1 and 2?
You can start watching season 3. I like it when Geek and Sundry fans turn into Space Janitors fans. Like we're all one, really, right, Ryan?
And we like when people who like our show go out and watch the other shows that are on Geek and Sundry too, because as long as we're all watching each other's stuff, everyone's
happy. More stuff gets
happy.
made. Everyone's pleased with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Watch it.
Yeah, my big thing is I have a lot of channels. Well, not a lot, but a good number that I follow already. And it's not that I don't want to watch. I haven't
Sure.
Purposely avoided watching you to see this.
No need to backtrack.
No need to backtrack here at all, man. I completely understand it. I've subscribed to way too many channels. I'm not watching half of the stuff I'm subscribed to, even though I would like to.
Yeah.
Do you mostly watch Space Janitors over and over again?
I watch Space Janitors a lot. I don't. I don't. I've seen it. Thanks so much for calling, and thank you for watching our live stream, even though we're strangers to you.
Yeah.
Thanks,
yeah,
Ryan.
well, you can blame Akeem for that, so.
Akeem, all right, we're going to have a word with him after this. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Did.
All right, bye-bye.
This calling
this calling thing is working out way better than I thought.
We should just host a call-in show.
Yeah.
About whatever.
Yeah.
Me too.
Just backtracking, going back to old radio. Like,
Yeah.
you know, just old AM radio.
Yeah, let's really bring it back here. Okay, so now we're in the scene where Anakin is in the starfighter and he's doing everything by accident. I also noticed while we were chatting with Ryan there that there's a scene in the Gungan battle droid battle where Jar Jar gets like a droid stuck to his foot, and he's like, "Get this thing off me!" And he's like kicking it, but when he kicks it, like it shoots that stuff. So he's like, so he's flipping out, trying to get it off, and he keeps saying, "Another accidental hero."
Warfare. Now, is that a positive or a negative?
Oh, that's certainly a negative.
Certainly a negative.
Why not just make your
fighters to have agency?
I mean,
we spent
agency.
upwards of 25 minutes showing how good of a pilot he was.
Yeah, that's true.
And now he's just
some bozo just ran into a bunch of beers over there.
Chris Siddiqui is the Anakin Skywalker of walking around.
Now that's a pod race.
Am I allowed to talk about weaponry in Space Janitors 3?
Please do so.
Absolutely.
We fire some weaponry. We can, yeah. Chris Siddiqui and I fire some weaponry.
That's right.
You fire some
I
weaponry.
think that I fear I look a bit accidental when I'm doing it, but I hope that I look
Oh
like I have
man.
agency.
Oh, I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, I don't.
God.
It's exciting,
I
actually.
I'm shooting in the Phantom Menace. I don't look like him. God.
Pew, 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 pew.
But you'll notice that in the original Star Wars trilogy, they do the exact same thing. If you ever watch Han Solo shooting, he's going like this. Yeah, he's like pushing his hand forward.
And honestly, if you had a prop blaster, you'd do the same thing.
You would do the same thing.
That's
Same thing.
right, you would. You would.
It feels right. It feels right to go. Yeah.
It feels right.
It's extra funny when you do it though. It's really good.
Yeah.
Thanks.
But you also have. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's all right. I was just going to say I read some more trivia about this movie. Ewan McGregor apparently used to make lightsaber noises while he was fighting, and they had to cut them out in editing.
Oh my
Because
god.
he was busy going vroom, vroom.
That's awesome.
And you would do that too.
And you would do that.
You would do that.
We would all do that.
Yeah.
So I should have been going pew pew. That's what I should have been doing.
You have a couple like super badass moments coming up in the season too. Not to give too much away, but like
don't give anything away.
But like you have some stuff where it's like when we saw it, we were like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
Yeah, what can we? I don't know what we're allowed to
some poo hits the fan.
Some poo.
That's right. There's poo in
You
the
say shit like a million times on this thing.
There's poo in the
But
fan.
Brendo just prefers that.
Yeah.
I got a question relating back to the film here.
Yeah.
So the Gungans are fighting the battle droids. What are these giant blue marbles that they're throwing at them? What is that?
It's a good question.
That's like seems to like totally just kill any robot it hits.
Yeah, it only seems to affect like other ships because they can roll down here and not really explode at all.
Do you know what I think that is? I think it's they couldn't think of anything else, and we're like, what should we put in there? And some kid said a ball.
Yeah, a ball.
So Andy, this is the scene though that you were talking about that you were quite pleased with.
I'm quite pleased with this.
Quite
There's a lot going on here. The visuals are quite nice.
The color scheme.
But you know what? Actually, yeah, that's what I like. But actually, looking at it here,
you're not as pleased.
It's not as good as I remember it looking. I gotta be honest.
Right.
I think some of it is still pleasing, but generally, like
it was better in the cinema.
Better in the cinema.
It's
better upon first viewing, I think.
Yeah.
And just like not even the colors, but like the things don't look. The big ships don't look as real and good.
It's just not pleasing me. I'm sorry.
All right, well, you're not pleased.
I'm not pleased.
Andy is quite
pleased. Let's see what we got going on down here. The idea of poster with Anakin shadowed as Vader is awesome for the positive board, says Silver Harlow. Silver Harlow is really contributing to this discussion, and he's right about that. For the positive board, put up the teaser poster that featured. Do you remember? It was Anakin, and then the shadow was Vader.
Yes.
That was sick.
That was an awesome.
Sick. It was sick.
Awesome poster. That's another reason why you thought this movie can't fail.
Can't fail.
It's giving that what an image. Yeah, there it is, right
there.
Perfect.
Yeah, that
Absolutely.
is a good idea.
Perfect.
Right. That's a positive.
Huge positive.
Sick.
Yeah.
Teaser poster was sick.
Here's where Anakin accidentally kills all of the droids.
Just once again, Anakin Skywalker just going like this.
Just hitting switches and hoping to hit the right button.
Now this is pod racing.
Yeah. He's like Homer Simpson trying to stop a meltdown.
I like Liam Neeson.
Yep. Liam Neeson.
As a man
As a man in all films, I think.
Yeah, he's quite good.
He's
Really experienced a renaissance as an action star too.
He'll do anything. That's the thing, I think.
Really?
Yes. Oh my God. He'll do anything. He's in so many bad movies.
Yeah, he's in bad movies, but he's in a lot of great movies too, right?
Yes, I agree.
You gotta have you gotta do a lot to have a high hit to miss ratio, I would think, right?
That's right.
I don't know.
He's like the Gene Simmons of acting, except he's better.
And on that note, I'm gonna eat a Darth Maul cookie and leave you.
Oh no!
Helen,
thanks so much for being here. Great job.
Give our best to England.
I will.
We're coming down to it here. We have one more guest too. We'll get to in just 2 seconds here. I want to go back to this positives board.
Oh man.
Let's go over to Gavin on the positives board here.
If we can.
Click it over there. There we go.
We've been stacking some positives here. Algeria.
Algeria's a positive.
Algeria. Just know about it.
Yeah.
Just know about it.
Kepler is a cool name. It sang. Remember that?
It sang. Sang on the page.
It's a Christmas thing apparently. This happens at Christmas.
That's
a lot.
right. Yes.
That's positive. That's festive. I wanted to put Boston Ass back in here.
He was in the scene. We didn't mention it, but you're right. He was in the scene we were watching.
Yeah. We got into family resemblance, good casting look-wise.
Yeah.
Teaser poster was sick.
Yep.
I quoted you directly there.
Sick.
Lush greens. Again, that was probably another quote from you.
I like the lush greens. Yeah.
Colorful sabers. That was Helen, and we've got Helen's dad is Papa John. That's neat.
Right.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Right. Evan was right on the that's neat.
Thanks, Rye. I don't remember what he said, but And then I missed Gus because he was really on it.
Yeah, Gus, give us a call back. You were calling there for a while. If you'd like to get
Gus,
on.
if you call back and we see it, we will for sure pick it up. What are the negatives?
Negatives? Can we see them? Yes.
Yeah.
Boxing movies, racist. That's a while ago. That's when we were talking about the Irish.
Oh right, I was talking about Irish.
That was
Irish mixing it up. He
Condon.
did say he was being stereotyping with it too. He said he was out for some Guinness the night before.
Yeah, a pint.
Yeah.
He said. Yeah.
He was asking for it.
He didn't say Guinness. You said it was after a couple of pints, and you.
Afterwards,
he
said it
mentioned
was
Guinness.
He said it was Guinness.
It was
afterwards.
Guinness. Yeah.
I know what I heard.
Well, let's figure this out. And then mix and match cultures. That was an Ebony, I think.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Mix and match cultures. Needs more what? As in what?
What?
Yeah.
What?
Too many screens and accidental warfare with all of the accidents going on.
Yeah.
End up good.
And we've had calls from the Netherlands, Canada, USA, England, and Ireland. There's Gus right there. He's calling us.
Gus. All right, let's get our next guest in though. I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Chris, come on in here.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chris Siddiqui.
Chris Siddiqui, coming in at the climax of the film. Qui-Gon Jinn is dead. Obi-Wan is fighting Darth Maul. Darth Maul is about to die. Chris, what do you think about this? What do you think about Darth Maul's death? How it's handled in this flick?
Dumb, the worst.
The worst, right?
This movie is the worst, dumbest thing ever to live in the history of... It's just the dumb. Look at this.
Siddiqui's been sitting there stewing for about 90 minutes. Just waiting for the chance to go.
You know what I've always wanted for my birthday? I've always wanted a hate party. When we put on episode 1, we get a whole bunch of squishy things and get super drunk and just throw them at the screen. That's how much I hate this dumb movie.
That's a weird thing to want.
That's a weird thing to want for your birthday.
Because I hate it so much, I just want to throw things at it because it's so. Look at that. Oh, that's so stupid.
Well,
Here's the
challenge. Who is that lady just driving? Here's the challenge.
Here's the challenge. And this applies to you more than anyone else.
Yes, it does.
You need to find the positive in this movie.
You need to try and
There's
find
no
the positive.
positive. What is this?
challenge.
The challenge is to find the
positive.
Jesus Christ.
I think Shaq was just driving that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Shaq was driving that one Naboo Starfighter.
Come on, look at that.
Yeah! Actually, I looked a little more like LeBron James.
Right.
Okay, I gotta tell you. So I worked at a movie theater when this came out.
Oh yeah, you have a story about
about
actually being in the theater and seeing a ton of people standing in line.
And I worked at a movie theater. This was before all those huge Silver Cities took over, right?
Okay.
And the cinema that I worked at, only had 2 screens. And we were showing it on both screens. And we were one of the theaters where those losers lined up for like months. Like 2 months, losers lined up for this movie, right? And I just, like, going to work every day and seeing these guys line up, it just depreciated the value of this thing. And then, when I saw it, I didn't know what to think. I walked out, and my friend, who knows probably 10 times more than you, he was like, I liked it. And I kept walking away.
We'll
I was like,
friend.
I was like, I don't know what to think. I left it like it was like someone was like, yo, you'll love this fart. And they farted in my face, and I was like, I don't know if I like that fart.
For a second, I thought you were talking about the fart in the movie.
Yeah, the fart that we
already love this fart.
Yeah, that fart.
Were you a Star Wars fan?
There's
people lining up.
I know everything about Star Wars.
So even people's like devotion to being excited about this movie made it depreciate its value for you?
Why? Because it was like
explain that to me.
Because it was like, wait a minute, we don't know what this thing is yet, right? And you're projecting this importance onto this thing. We haven't seen it. We don't know. And then also we have to remember that George Lucas wrote the very first Star Wars. That like Luke and Leia were already buddies. They were fighting Chewie. They'd already known each other. His name was like Luke Starkiller.
Yeah.
It was real dumb. And apparently his wife stepped in and was like, oh wait, this is really garbage. Let's fix it up to make it good. So he already had other people telling him what to do. And then he's like, I'm an old man. I get to make my own movies. And then this came out.
He's Adam Sandler all of a sudden?
Yeah. He's like, and then he made this movie. You know what I mean?
I will say this, and I agree with Renee Jensen says here, I was one of those losers, and I was also one of those losers. I skipped school and went and stood in line to watch this movie.
I worked in a theater just so I could see this movie.
All right, let's get Gus in on this. Gus, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Gus.
Gus, what do you think? What's happening?
Alright, well, I heard only a little bit. Fill me back in, because I was trying
Okay, we're all done. This movie sucks. It's the dumbest. Well, and we're all losers for watching
First and foremost, what did you call for?
Alright, well, first, for Gavin, just thank you for missing me, and I love the hot democracy thing.
Yeah, well, that wasn't me. I can't take credit for that, but I love it.
I think that's hilarious, so that was funny. But yeah, I don't think we're horrible for watching this, but yeah, it's definitely not what a lot of people expected it to be.
Oh man!
Did you enjoy this last part here though, with Palpatine coming back and the guy behind him was obviously gonna that costume was obviously gonna change and become red and become like the his like
those little nods.
His personal guard.
Yeah. Because that's what you like. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you said you loved that stuff before.
Well, yes, because his parts, Ian McDiarmid's particular parts, were written well. Like, those were some of the best writing in the whole movie, but it's not the stuff they should have been focusing on.
Right. I will say the only actor I think who's the best in this is Ian McDiarmid. I think he's the only good actor in all of these movies.
Yeah.
Everyone else is the worst. It's like George Lucas was like, hey, can you be worse? How can you be suckier?
I honestly think Ewan McGregor's okay in these. I know Evan said also earlier that he's terrible in it, but I disagree. I think he does a fine job.
Okay, I gotta say this. This is the worst. This is just terrible story writing. Okay. Okay, he's dead. This dude is dead. Whoever Qui-Gon is dead, right? He's burning Liam Neeson. Now watch this. Now they're all like, boo, that's sad. Oh, Jar Jar's sad, right? Boo hoo, right? And he's like, oh, I guess you're my buddy now. And the kid's like, oh, I'm a dummy. He's like, oh, you're stupid.
Chris, you're the worst.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Every character is Adam Sandler. I don't understand.
He's like, oh, I'm sad. Now watch. There's a point where there's foreshadowing, okay?
Okay.
There's foreshadowing in something that we already know. Why would you foreshadow something that we already... And they're like, yes, dark this shit is. Let's not do anything.
Yeah,
right? And he's like, oh, this is sad. And now watch this. They'll show Palpatine like we don't know who he is.
That's true. I feel like they did really... They did really treat it like we weren't supposed to know who he was, and it was like, it's very obvious.
He is the guy. Why would you foreshadow?
This movie, 1999, was actually also a starting point for new fans.
That's true. I was about to say that.
I haven't seen the other ones yet.
That's a good point, guys.
Their starting point.
Yeah, that's a good point. I agree with that.
No, it's not a good point.
It's
Gus,
just-
go back.
No,
and
I
watch the
agree.
old
No.
one.
Gus made a good point.
That's a good point.
That's a very good point.
That's a very good point.
This is if you listen to a lot of people that have called in today, like I'd say the majority of them were like, this was the first Star Wars movie I ever saw.
I was gonna say that's impressive too. We've gotten a lot of we're all in our 30s.
Yeah.
We all watched this in our teens, in our late teens, going like, this is garbage.
Yeah.
And then a whole bunch of kids.
I think we liked it. I think we came around to it, and I think the
convince
internet has
myself that.
proliferated how bad this movie actually is. I think
I
would be very curious to know if the internet didn't exist, would we all have a better recollection of this movie?
No, 100%. We'd all hate it still. It'd all be
If we weren't all sitting around to pick it apart, Gus.
Yeah. Like we'd all still hate it. Like the internet doesn't have an effect on that.
Yeah, thank
That's
you.
just the
Exactly.
outlet. That's what it is. It's just the outlet of like, all right, I hate this. Where do I tell people that? Oh,
Yeah.
hey, here's the internet.
So what, Amidala is giving this guy a ball that he defeated the thing with? And then watch. Oh, great, and it's over. Great.
Positive though.
Sure
Positive
will.
though. Now Anakin's hair looks like Obi-Wan's. Gus, thanks so much for the call, Gus. Great chatting with you.
Never watch this movie again, Gus.
Yeah, it's just not a good idea to base kind of your whole prequel, like 3 movies, on the idea of dramatic irony. Right?
Yeah.
Where it's like
The
it's like the audience knows what's going on, but the characters don't, and you just have to watch them catch up to where
You know what the problem is?
where we
Is
all
that
are at.
It's literally about a trade embargo.
Yeah.
You're watching a
Yeah.
science fiction film about a trade embargo.
Yeah. Which we mentioned. Very difficult. However,
Some people liked it.
Gus liked it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. We watched it.
That's it.
We watched
Movie over.
My gosh, yeah. This was Sunday the 4th. First of all, thank you very much to everyone who watched the live stream. We understand if you have to leave now to go watch Game of Thrones.
Yes. However, we are still going to take some more calls if you would like.
Yeah.
21 minutes of calls.
We're going to do 20 minutes of calls, so we're going to go to about 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to sit here, we're going to take your calls.
That's just a real person's
His
name.
mother's name was Shmi. S-H-M-I. Shmi. That's the best name.
Listen,
you could
quiet
have.
you.
Quiet, yeah.
Do some calls. We're going to take a few calls. So if anyone's, and of course it'll take a second, but call in. Tell us what you thought of the movie. Tell us what you thought of your May the 4th.
We'll just ask you about what's going on in your life. Tell us if you have dipping sauce. Do you have dipping sauce for pizza where you're at?
Terrence Stamp, whatever happened to his
John mentioned, I think in chat, he said, it's like sports, isn't it? You still love it even when your team loses. So it's like he's purporting that we love this movie even though it's terrible. And you know what? I honestly do kind of feel that way about episode 1, but I do not feel that way about the following 2.
Oh, God.
I really don't.
Yeah.
I kind of, and it only, for me, is only because I saw this at a point where I was so stoked about Star Wars, and it's like the nostalgia is all that I'm really remembering. We got a call. We're gonna go. Oh, Michael's on the line too, but hang on there, Mike. You're on the line. Who's calling?
Hey, this is Steven again from Arizona.
Oh, Steve from
Steve
Arizona.
from Arizona, man.
What things to say?
Yeah, well, I just wanted to mention another thing I thought about as I continued watching the live stream. Great stream, by the way, guys.
Oh, thank you
But
very much.
I thought about how the original trilogy was kind of the story of Luke, and the prequel kind of went away from that whole growth as a Jedi, and they kind of twisted it so Anakin was less of the I don't know really where I was going with that, but how the original trilogy was much more about Luke, and how the prequel was nothing at all about Luke or his story.
Yeah, the original trilogy is much more of a hero's journey, right?
Yes.
Whereas this is like, it's kind of like the hero's journey that turns, kind of crappy at the end, but that doesn't even seem, it's just, all of it seems a little forced.
Yeah, and I got a question. Why even put Qui-Gon Jinn in there? Why add an extra character?
I think that's a valid point.
Why, when you had
That's
Obi-Wan
another
Kenobi?
thing. I don't know if you guys know about this particular method of watching the movies. It's called the machete order.
No.
Well, this order takes it, and you watch the movies, episode 4, episode 5. You skip episode 1 and watch episodes 2 and 3, and then you watch episode 6. And what that order is trying to do is put in a semblance of dramatic irony, or not it's kind of drawn back in the story, making it like the episodes 2 and 3 are a flashback to a time of past, showing how Darth Vader came to be.
Huh.
And it kind of just completely skipped over all of episode 1 because the guy who created this order kind of decided that episode 1 is kind of unimportant to the story. Everything that happens in
completely
episode 2
is.
and 3
It completely is.
don't
That
be episode
order
1.
you just came up with completely broke my brain.
I don't know. Have you heard? There's this order too. It's called the Siddiqui order, where you just never watch 1, 2, or 3, and you only ever watch episodes 4, 5, and 6. You heard of that?
That is also true.
Yeah, that's also
called
a
the
good one.
Siddiqui order. Yeah.
That's an interesting way. I wonder if that would, especially at this point, like once you've seen them, though, do you think that would change your mind about them at all?
I'm not really sure. I see episodes 1, 2, and 3 as kind of this world outside of the original, kind of a world of their own. I do see some merit in them. You may hate me for this, but I honestly think that they were done okay. They could have been done a ton better, but I saw them all when I was like 10 at the oldest.
Sure.
I think I was about 10 when the third one came out. But I'd seen the original trilogy every summer since the time I was 3.
Right.
So, from that perspective, I think that they were done well, and for children and for people coming into the series, it was amazing.
Right,
But
so you still have a sense of
when you
nostalgia about
actually-
it, too.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
something that we lack entirely.
Yeah.
See, I gotta disagree. I think you're wrong. I think.
Oh, Siddiqui, we know what you think.
Give it up. All right. Okay. Thanks for the call. I want to talk about something that's mentioned in the chat right now. But thanks for that. Thanks for that call. That was great. Our man Kirkanos.
Yeah.
He's a big Space Jams guy. Says that Red Letter Media kind of made hating on Star Wars cool. Now everyone does it. People will hate on Episode 7 when it comes out. I take issue with this. I don't think Red Letter Media were the people who made hating on these prequel episodes cool.
No, not at all.
I promise you there was a lot of people hating these episodes before Red Letter Media did anything. I think what Red Letter Media did is point out the specifics, so now that the people who were just like, well, I don't know, it sucks, had points to make about it.
It was such a
and became a little more vocal about it. Like I agree.
Yeah.
Like I agree that it's a little too much now. Like I don't like that. Like Kiss is being a bit much right now.
No,
right?
I'm not.
It's
I'm
being
not
too
even
much.
too much.
Like I essentially agree with them. I think they're pretty much awful. But I'm not just gonna throw everything away. There are some things to take. From
Yeah, it's such a thorough takedown that you now have more points. That's what I'm saying about the internet in general. Being like, maybe we just have a vague, they weren't really good, I didn't really like them. Instead, we have point by point moments where you can go like, that was crap, that sucked.
Like during this, I didn't really want to point out the stuff that he says in the Red Letter Media thing, just because I feel like we've probably all seen and heard that by now. So I honestly think the best thing they point out in that is the use of lightsabers thing, and the thing where Obi-Wan forgets that he has super fast running powers. But even that's kind of like nitpicking. Like that's not that big a deal, right?
It's a movie.
It's a movie. That kind of shit happens all the time. But it's bad for other reasons, though.
One more call.
Let's do another call. Michael was calling. We didn't get to him, but if you want to call in again, there's a lot of good stuff going on in the chat actually. Still,
I gotta ask this.
Sorry, before you get to that, we didn't actually really talk about episode 7. We didn't get to talk about the cast and the casting and all this. What do you guys think about this?
I think it's really hard to even say anything about it because
bless you.
It's hard to say even anything about it because these are just random actors whose roles you don't know what they're playing in a movie you don't know what's called and you don't know what the plot is. So it's just like, oh, these are the guys.
Okay.
Cool.
I guess I gotta live with it.
Yeah, I guess this is great.
Our man Scott McCauley says he's pretty pumped for Adam Driver.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like they went out and probably got just really good actors.
There don't seem to be any Hayden Christensen's or Jake Lloyd's, for example.
No, there seem to be people who have done stuff, except for the one new female character who's like a virtual unknown, which makes me more excited about it.
Yes,
that's true.
Yeah.
What is that chick gonna bring to it?
Yeah. She must have been like lights out.
Yeah. I will say this. Oh crap! I forgot what I was going to say.
Well, I will tell you this. Someone just checked in from Norway. Okay, so on not remembering what you're supposed to say, we're going to get you out of here.
I feel like I remember
it.
I'll
tell you what, remember
Chris Siddiqui. The very angry Chris Siddiqui.
And look, Chris is a representative of that slice of Star Wars fans who really hate it so much, right?
Really hate it, yeah.
And like, I don't know.
And quite frankly,
I
you was
think I
sitting
am
here
one
and
of those people.
Yeah, I was trying to be a little bit more positive, but I was like, I agreed with everything you said.
I remember.
You remembered what it was, okay.
Okay, so if you watch the behind the scenes of episode 1,
yeah,
you know there's all those like behind the scenes on the disc,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
They show casting. They show 3 kids that they were going to pick for Anakin. One they did a screen test with. All of them did a screen test with Natalie Portman. The second kid, if you watch that, genuinely a good actor.
Okay.
You were like, wow, interesting. And then they showed Jake Lloyd right after him. Just nothing. Just
Lucas
a piece of wood.
He loved Jingle All the Way, man.
He loved Jingle All the Way. So if you were like, maybe if they got a better actor for Anakin, I wonder if that would have been any better.
Mm-hmm.
But they went with a piece of styrofoam instead.
Okay. Great point. Chris Siddiqui, everyone.
Chris Siddiqui. Cookie all over his face.
Cookie all over my face. What is a boy to do?
So we're going to put the number back up. We are still taking calls for another...
we're taking calls for another
10 minutes or so. Yep. We have Ryan. Ryan, hey.
Yes, hey, how are you guys?
Good, how are you? Are you calling from Texas?
Looking forward to season 3.
Oh, thanks a lot, man.
Yes, thank you. I've just finished the live stream almost time for Game of Thrones. Just hanging out with you all.
Yeah. So Ryan, where do you fall on episode 1?
I came in whenever I was really young as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so I fell in love with the trailer because I think the trailers made a lot of the odd racing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so whenever I was young, that's what I was attracted to, and that's what I was looking forward most into. And then I started, whenever I got a little bit older, I was working in a movie theater, and then that's where I came in to be able to watch the second and third episodes.
Right. So, but you were overall impressed with them, not really into it, or you came into it as a younger person?
You had a positive experience?
From whenever I was younger, I had a positive experience, but I still prefer episode 4, 5, and 6. And then whenever I watched the third one, I liked all but the last part of it.
Right.
If that makes any sense.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't like the whole, dying during childbirth thing? What? Gavin Paz was just like, oh my god, what?
That sounds like the best part.
How do we spoil that movie for him?
I'm very nostalgic towards the original trilogy.
Right.
And then I'm very old-fashioned in that way, that I really do hate the changes that my mind has to comprehend that they're trying to change. So
I completely understand. I think we're running into a lot of that today too. That either you grew up with it and you had some sort of affection for it because it's what you grew up with, or you didn't, and you kind of like screw this movie.
Ryan, thanks for the call. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Love you guys, and looking forward to season 3.
Great
luck, man.
Okay. We're going to wrap
with Gavin. Wrap up here.
Okay, all right, great. So we're going to wrap up our live stream of episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Wow.
Gavin, let's go back to the positive board. Where do we end up at the end?
All right, well, we did a long positive. So if you weren't here, I'm sorry. We only have the finals now. Squishy Things Hate Party. That was a Chris Siddiqui idea. Get some squishy things.
All in caps. I like it.
Yeah.
Right.
Anakin's hair evolution.
That's not how you spell Anakin, but great.
Oh, again,
really,
I guess,
really showing your inexperience with the Star Wars universe here, Gavin.
I mean, phonetically, it's correct.
You couldn't even name like Tom or like
Tom, no.
Tom Skywalker, father to Luke. I guess
that would
Luke
have been
is
perfect.
pretty-
Yeah. Okay, he didn't want me to have the same trouble with his son. And then Terrence Stamp. This was somebody that worked on the movie that Chris was pretty infatuated with, so I popped that on there.
Okay,
right.
This is Jake Lloyd. I put this under the positives. I'm not a great drawer, but I think I captured his sadness.
Yeah. You made him bald.
He is bald now. Yeah.
Yeah. He's completely bald.
And the negatives, the only thing I have, can you see that? Sci-fi about a trade embargo. I think overall, I didn't see a lot of the movie or hear a lot of the movie, but if it's a sci-fi about a trade embargo, I'm not sure about it.
Yeah, and you know what? Just
also, Gus for president.
Oh, Gus for president.
Gus
was great. Gus
loves those trade embargoes. Best written part of the thing. He's an aspiring writer.
Hey, I tell you what, Gus, write us up a flick about a science fiction trade embargo. I bet
we'll
it'll be better
in
than
it.
this.
We're available.
We'll do it. Yeah.
Are we wrapping up now? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say hello to everyone back here.
Okay. Let's give a big welcome to everyone who worked on the show. To grab the camera over there.
Here, I'll do it.
Yeah, can we grab that camera? Things fall apart.
Okay, so
we gotta switch it.
here we got, you know our man Gavin.
Trying.
Okay, here we go. There's Gavin. And,
big round of applause for Gavin.
The music wasn't even that good. Samantha from Kings Cove. There's Erica, Gavin, Madeline, right? Madeline's new. Great job, guys.
On the Twitters.
It's our man Brendo. And
switching back to cam 1.
Switching back to cam 1.
Let's wrap this bad boy up.
Here's me.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. It was jumbled at times, but it was always fun.
Yes.
And what a fun experience. We've never done anything like this for May the 4th.
Taking the calls was great. Thank you, everyone, for calling in.
Thank you for sticking around and watching the movie with us. Thank you for watching this terrible movie. Keep an eye out. Space Janitors, Season 3 in
happening.
August. It's happening.
Yeah.
Stay
tuned to us on Twitter and on YouTube and stuff. We're always kind of get into the janitor's locker. You'll get a lot of cool stuff that way.
Yeah, go to spacejanitors.com/janitorslocker.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go to spacejanitors.com/janitorslocker. There's all kinds of behind-the-scenes stuff coming from Season 3 that they're starting to put up now.
Yeah.
And it's really exciting. It's an exciting time for the show, and we have a ton of shit to show you guys.
Yeah, and as far as this show goes, we're hoping we can do this some more. So
check back. We might be doing Attack of the Clones in, I don't know, let's say June.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, thanks a lot. Thanks to Geek and Sundry for hosting it, and we'll see you guys around. May the 4th be with you.